changes that we have got in the budget presentation over a period of time. So many things, very interesting facts we are going to talk in our subsequent lectures. Okay, so this particular series is very important if you are going to write any competitive examination in our country or with respect to our TSPSC or APPSC, regional or MPPSC, whatever it is. But budget is very common, it's a union budget. Okay, so will be helpful for definitely for the all upcoming examinations, right? So let us go ahead. Fine. So 2022, if I ask you one question, who has presented the budget? So everyone is maybe thinking this way, right? Sir, this is Nirmala Sitharaman Madam has presented. Yes, you are right. The budget is presented by our Women Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman. Okay, let us start discussing about the budget. Basically, I have to tell you, see, whatever we do here in the sense, whatever the government do, again, government is again of what? Executives. Okay, executives, some are elected, some are recruited, right or wrong? Executives are those people who generally carries out. Executives are those people who generally carries out administration of country, administration of the country. Those are called as executives. And basically we are having two types. One group of executives which are elected, we call them as politicians, and another group of executives which are actually recruited, or you can say which are actually recruited or appointed, we call them as what? Bureaucrats. We call them as what? Bureaucrats, nothing but IAS, IPS, all state level officers, also MROs, etc. Everyone comes under that. Recruited or appointed executives, and elected executives are what? Politicians. I'm talking about these people. Whatever the government does, it has to do within a holy book of our country, that is called as Constitution. Any functions they are performing, whether politicians are performing, whether parliamentarians are performing, whether assembly, MLAs are performing, whoever are performing, whether this group or this group, they have to act within the Constitution. They have to act within the Constitution. It means when the budget is being presented in our country, then it has to have its mention in the Constitution or not, because everything to be done within the framework of Constitution, within that limitations of Constitution, within that provisions of the Constitution. Getting my point here? So budget is being presented, it means what? There is a mention of this budget in the Constitution. Not exactly the word basically, but budget has to be presented in a normal terminology, we call it as budget. So of course you are right that under Article 112 of our Constitution, under Article 112 of the Constitution, it is clearly mentioned the government need to present a annual financial statement, AFS. Annual financial statement is what? Means how much the government has earned, which is called as, in our budget terminology, we call it as revenue. How much the government has earned and how much is government is spending, which we call it as what? Expenditure. So there are always two components to the budget. One is revenue, one is expenditure. Okay, this is only called as annual financial statement. Another important point you have to remember, in any articles of the Constitution, either in the Article 12 or any articles in the Constitution, there is the word budget is not mentioned. BUDGET, not mentioned. It is mentioned in this way: annual financial statement. Okay, what is this statement? Statement is nothing but your account statement, 1 month. Okay, what do you see in your account statement? You will see that how much money you have received and where you have done all the expenditures, right? All the expenditures. You might have went to movie, you might have went for what, dinner, you might have given some money to your, transferred money to your friend, right or wrong? Or whatever you have got, it could be your salary, it could be you have borrowed money from someone else, right? Yes. It could be anything. It could be anything. So you are what actually is doing here. Annual financial statement is generally giving you the idea of how much money the government has got and how much money the government is doing the expenditures. This is called as annual financial statement. So some things are very much clear here. Okay. Right. Some GK facts let us see. Okay, see this person, a very handsome person is there. Okay. James Wilson. Who is he? James Wilson. For the very first time, someone has presented a budget in India. It is by James Wilson. And he did it in the year 1860, April 1860. You can correlate this particular 1860 also. 1860 is after 1857 revolt. So if the question comes that the first budget is presented before 1857 revolt or the first budget is presented after 1857 revolt, so what could be your answer? Your answer should be the first budget is presented after the 1857 revolt. And is it presented by an Indian? This is the second question. No, it is presented by a British person. Okay, Wilson. And he belongs to East India Company. Fine. And this is how he looks. Then we got independence in the year 1947. Then the first finance minister of our country, Shanmugam Chetty. So we got independence on August 15th, right? Okay. August, September, October, November, 4 months. After 4 months, the India's independent first budget was presented on 26th November 1947, a very important date and very important month and very important year. Okay. By then finance minister means at that time the finance minister was Shanmugam Chetty. Okay. He is more better and more handsome than James Wilson. Anyhow, we are Indians, so we have to like him more than anybody else. Fine. So some basic facts I have given to you. Let us go ahead. Okay. Longest budget speech. Always longest budget speech. Who has given the longest budget speech? It is like Nirmala madam only. Because 2 times she has broke her own record. Okay, I guess 1 time she has broke her own record. Nirmala Sitharaman madam holds the record for delivering the longest speech. And when she spoke for 2 hours 42 minutes. This is not this time. This is the this particular 2 hours 42 minutes is a last time budget. But longest budget, she holds the record. She holds the record that she has the longest budget presentation. Okay, in time. Okay. Most words in the budget speech. Okay. Most words in the budget speech, 18,650 words. Manmohan Singh. Means the number of words which finance minister has used when presenting the budget, it is Manmohan Singh. Okay. And this particular, okay, the most words were used during the 1991 LPG reforms when we are having the first South Indian Prime Minister Narasimha Rao. Obviously a Teluguite. Okay. Fine. So at that time, you know that 1991 a very huge enquiry was there. Okay, and you know that 1991 reforms, we got liberalization, we got globalization, we got privatization. So government need to explain to the people that why we are going for this kind of system. We have been a socialistic economy before 1991. Then what is that made them to change from socialist to the mixed, or you can say the more towards capitalistic economy. So lot of the explanation they have to do to the countrymen, to the various stakeholders, to the media, okay, to the business units, etc. Okay, that's why Manmohan Singh holds the record of longest budget speech words. Okay, shortest budget speech words 800. Only 800 words were used by Hirubhai Mulijibai Patel. Hirubhai Mulijibai Patel delivered the shortest budget speech in the year 1977. 1977 is also very important, my dear students, because it is the year for the very first time a non-Congress, means the person who does not belong to Congress. Okay. For the very first time in the year 1977, non-Congress Prime Minister was elected to our country, Morarji Desai. Non-Congress first Prime Minister, Morarji Desai. So it has got some important event also in our national scenario, 1977. So it was famous for that. It was famous for this also. Okay, fine. Budget presentation date changed. Remember this point here. Most number of budgets are presented by former Prime Minister Morarji Desai. Presented 10 budgets. After him, the second highest budgets were presented by P. Chidambaram, 9. Pranab Mukherjee, 8. So if you are remembering only 3 also, that is enough. Okay. Morarji Desai. Okay, you can see him. Okay, you might have not seen our Prime Minister also, Morarji Desai, the first non-Congress PM. So you can see him. Okay, he belongs to Janata Party. Like the Janata Party, today's Bharatiya Janata Party, at that time in the year 1977 was only JP, Janata Party. Okay, fine. So he holds the record of presenting more number of budgets. 10 times he has done it. 10 times he has done it. Okay, fine. Until 1999, the budget, obviously, we have to always call union budget because central government also present the budget in our country and state government also present the budget in our country. Okay, so we are having 2 budgets presentation, one by the center, one by the state. That's why we are calling here union budget, because this budget, whatever budget we are learning, it's of union budget. Till 1999, the union budget was presented at 5 p.m. on the last working day of February. 28th February, the budget was presented at 5 p.m. Okay, as per the British era practice. But former Prime Minister Yashwant Sinha in 1999 changed the budget presentation timing to 11 a.m. Okay, means from 1947 to 1999, budget was always presented at 5 p.m. and at the last day of the February. But he did not change the date. Sorry, he did not change the day, but he changed the time. Time he did not keep 5. He has started presenting the budget at what? 11 a.m. Okay, date also changed with after coming the Modi government. Date also changed, but we will study in a sequence manner. Okay, Arun Jaitley started presenting the union budget on February 1 in 2017. See, then here the time has changed. Here last day of working day has become what? First working day of February. If February 1 is a Sunday, then February 2 it will be presented. Okay, so time has changed by Yashwant Sinha and date has changed by Arun Jaitley. Fine. So 1st February 2017. From 2017, it means what? BJP government also from 2014, 15, 16, 3 years they presented the budget on the last day of February. Then they changed it to what? The 1st February. Okay. Fine. Language. Until 1955. 1955 is also famous for what? 1955 is also famous for Citizenship Amendment Act of 1955. A very controversial act at this point of time. Very burning act at this point of time. But a correlation is there here. 1955. Okay. The union budget was presented in English. The union budget was presented in English. Okay. However, Congress government from 1955, Congress-led government has decided to present the budget papers both in Hindi and English. So they will ask you in the examination, sir, why is it that we are learning in detail? The question may come in your mind. So it's very common because for lower cadre examination, they can ask you anything. If I don't tell you, you might see in Manorama, you might see in India yearbook, then you will feel it important. So better is that whatever we are learning, just make a short note of it, but make sure that you remember it. That is the most important criteria the student should do. Fine. So language, okay, 1955. So they may ask you in the examination. Okay, since the time of independence, okay, till 1955 budget is presented both in English and Hindi. Till 1955. Means wrong. Till 1955, the budget is presented only in English. After 1955, budget is started being presented both in Hindi and English. Not exactly presented, published. Okay. Paperless. Okay. For the very first time, everyone studied in what? Tablet. The budget was studied in the tablet. Okay. COVID-19, because of COVID-19 pandemic, turned the budget for 2021 to 2021 paperless. A first in independent India, without paper, a budget has been presented. That is in the year 2021 to 2022. Okay. Then budget presented by women. Budget presented by women. We are having Indira Gandhi ji 1970-71. So you can see, if you have never seen Indira Gandhi ji, you can see her. Dynamic, iron lady of the country, we call it as. We call her as. Then the second woman minister that has presented, the second woman who worked as a finance minister and presented the budget is still Nirmala Sitharaman. Nirmala Sitharaman. From last 2-3 years, she's only presenting. Okay. So remember one point here, there is one important analysis. They may ask you in the examination, the woman minister who worked as a prime minister and also finance minister. Okay. So she is the only one. Woman presenting the budget. Indira Gandhi ji, okay, she was the PM also, prime minister also, she was the finance minister also. Nirmala madam, she is only finance minister. Okay, this could also be a question. Okay. Now, difference here you see. This is, that our former president, okay, who belongs to West Bengal, Pranab Mukherjee. Okay. So whenever he used to come, all the budget papers are there here. Okay. A leather briefcase is there in his hand. Leather briefcase. Okay. After the Congress government, from 2014 onwards, Nirmala madam is carrying a handloom cloth, okay, covering the what budget papers. A handloom cloth covering what budget papers with emblem, with India emblem in the middle. Okay, right. So this is another change. So first of all, Yashwant Sinha has changed time or date? Tell me fast. Yashwant Sinha has changed time or date? Sir, date. No sir, time. Time or date? Time. Okay. So 5 p.m. he made to what? 11 a.m. Okay. Then Arun Jaitley, what has he done to the budget? Sir, date. Okay, right. So 28th February, okay, he changed the date of presentation of budget from 28th February to 1st February. Right. Another important change, leather briefcase was changed to handloom cloth, okay, covered in that papers, budget papers are covered. This, the BJP government call this as Bahi Khata. They call it as what? Bahi Khata. Khata means what? Account. Khata means account. Okay, fine. Then another important thing again happened, another important change happened. Okay, railway budget. Till 2017, since the time of independence, since the time of independence from 1947 to 2017, railway budget was present. Actually, the date was presentation of was like this. 26th February, economic survey used to come. 27th February, railway budget used to come. 28th February, union budget used to come. General budget, we call it as general budget used to come. This was a sequence. Okay, you know that first of all, budget has been changed. Budget has been changed. Okay, all these have been changed anyhow. Okay, now 27th February railway budget, 28th February general budget. This two was presented separately until 2017. Separate railway budget. Railway minister used to stand up in the parliament and he starts telling about the railway performance, okay, the railway prices, the railway revenues, etc. Separate budget was there for railway. Then the very next day, union budget, that is general budget, was prepared. Was what actually told to the parliament or told to the countrymen. Okay, after 2017, these two got merged. Railway budget and general budget got merged. So you can understand that the BJP government has changed the time, changed the date, okay, and merged what? And merged railway budget and union budget. Fine. After being presented separately for 92 years, the railway budget was merged in the union budget in the year 2017. In the year 2017. Understood? Right. Now let us discuss about iconic budgets. Iconic budgets are nothing but it's something not Salman Khan or Shah Rukh Khan or Prabhas or Allu Arjun is not presenting the budget. Okay, iconic budget means which has got some significant change. Okay, a circumstances was there, a circumstances which is very much defining in nature, which is very much significant in nature. The conditions of the country was maybe too bad, maybe too good, could be like that. Okay, so that is called as what? Iconic budgets. First one, let us see. The black budget. You might have never heard about this, but still I should say that there is a black budget presented. Why this was presented? Okay, so India was suffering from acute financial distress. Means India government does not have money. We only give money to the government. No, we only pay to the taxes to the government. India does not have money. So lot of India, if India does not have money, the government does not have money, then who should build the roads? Then who should build the dams? Who should uplift the poverty? Who should provide food grains to the poor people? Right or wrong? So India was in a financial stress. Okay, so that's why the budget is called as black budget. Very sadly it was presented. Very sadly it was presented. Okay, it was presented by Yashwant Rao B. Chavan. So you can see him. Okay, in the Indira Gandhi government. It was called as black budget as a fiscal deficit. Okay, during the year was rupees 550 crore. Rupees 550 crore. This was huge, my dear students, at that time. Very, very huge. Okay. So remember one point, what is the meaning of fiscal deficit? Please remember this. Okay. Father is there. Father is having 10,000 salary. Okay. And father has a family of 5 members. Father and father wife and 2 or 3 children. So father's salary is 10,000 and their expenditures are 20,000 in Hyderabad. So they are short of, father is short of 10,000, right? Okay. Father borrowed from A. Father borrowed from A 10,000 rupees. So 20,000, 10,000 plus 10,000, father got 20,000 and he is able to fulfill the expenditures. Rent, electricity, school education, okay, transportation charges he is able to fulfill. Okay, this is in the month of January. Then February 2022. February 2022, again father will get 10,000 salary. How much is his expenditure? 20,000. How much is his expenditure? 20,000. Again father will ask 10,000 from B. Father will ask 10,000 from B. Okay, but in this 10,000, whatever father has earned, no? Whatever the father has earned 10,000 rupees, in this 10,000, 1,000 will go in the form of interest payment to the previous person A. A gave 10,000 not for free. A gave 10,000 and told to the father that, okay, I am giving you 10,000, you give me 1,000 interest rate. So father earned in February 10,000, 1,000 he has given to A as interest rate. Father has now only 9,000. Father has only 9,000, but father expenditures are how much? 20,000. Then father has to borrow how much from B? 11,000, right or wrong? 11,000. Then again in the March, father income is how much? 10,000. Father 2,000 are going for what? Paying 1,000 interest to A, 1,000 interest to B. So father is left with only 8,000 now. Father expenditure is how much? 20,000. Okay, like that, if it goes continuously, the total family will collapse. Total family will collapse. This is only called as fiscal deficit. If government is getting less revenues, but expenditures are more and more and more, government is getting less revenues, then what will happen? Government start borrowing from World Bank, government start borrowing from IMF, government start borrowing from US, government start borrowing from UK, government start borrowing from Dubai Prince, Saudi Prince, like that. Okay, and what they'll do? They'll say that, okay, we want your act like this, we want a place like this. They will start buying assets in our country. They'll start buying assets in our country. And when government of India sell the bonds to them to raise money, okay, 100 rupees bond is value is there before. Now they will ask in 80 rupees. So our worth as a nation will continuously deteriorate and they start controlling our nation. Okay, that is the biggest problem the fiscal deficit have. Okay, the details of that definitely I'll tell you in my later classes. But till this point, you please remember what is the meaning of fiscal deficit. What happens when fiscal deficit is huge? If the fiscal deficit is huge, this cycle will happen. Okay, fine. So black budget was presented by Yashwant Rao. Okay, because India was suffering from acute financial distress of fiscal deficit 550 crores. Then we are having carrot and stick. Carrot and stick budget is nothing but I'll give you carrot, eat it, enjoy it. But if you do wrong, I'll punish you. So I am having stick also for the people, for the companies. I am also, carrot also is there. So this is called as carrot and stick budget. It was presented by VP Singh. VP Singh. Okay. So this budget, dismantling license Raj. Dismantling license Raj. Okay. It was called as carrot and stick budget because it offers, this budget has rewards for people and it has stringent punishments for those who violate the provisions of the government, those who violate the laws of the government, those who are caught because of corruption, etc. So they will be punished. Okay. In this particular budget, the very important mod VAT, Later on, it was changed into what? GST also. Okay, now it is GST. This is not there. Any value added taxes are not there. Any indirect taxes are not there. Okay, it introduced MODVAT, modified value added tax credit, for lowering the cascading effect of the act. Okay, that consumers have to pay, launching an intense drive against the smugglers, okay, black marketers and tax evaders. So the government launched very elaborate drive to punish those who are smuggling, those who are black marketing things, those who are tax evading. So that's why these are punished. That's why it is called as what? Stick. And this is also a very good for us, carrot. Government understood that the modified value added tax is important, okay, for the consumers. So regarding that, you will study in detail later. But remember this point, why it is calling as carrot and stick. Okay. Another word is epochal. Epochal means very significant. Epochal meaning is what? Very significant, very important. Okay. It was presented by Manmohan Singh, the former Prime Minister of our country, 2 times Prime Minister. Okay. Manmohan Singh in the year 1991, again during the period of P.V. Narasimha Rao. Okay. So in this particular budget also, license Raj was removed and it led to the economic liberalization, which is known as epochal budget. It's very significant budget because in this particular 1999 only, LPG reforms has been introduced, and that has changed the scenario of the economic structure and economic activity of our country, and allowed more foreign investments and allowed the domestic manufacturers to open industries, okay, without any license. They just have to take a GST number, or you can say that a tax number they have to take, and they have to just get it registered. That's all. But presented at a time when India was again the brink of economic collapse. Black budget and this budget was presented when India was at the economic collapse, at the cliff of the economic collapse. Okay. Why? Because, and in this particular budget, custom duties were slashed to 220%, okay, to 150%, and took lot of steps, government took lot of steps to promote exports, because if he exports only, if I give you my product, you will give me money. If I give you my product, you will give me money. If you are in need of my product continuously, today I will give 1 jalebi at 1 rupee. Tomorrow after 10 days, I will say that no, 1 jalebi is 1.5 rupee. Like that, what will happen? So your money, my money, okay, will be pegged with each other with respect to what? Demand and supply. So you are demanding my more money, so I will increase the prices. So my money will get strengthened. My money will get more value. Right. So remember this point here. Then dream budget, P. Chidambaram in the year 1997-1998, P. Chidambaram presented a dream budget, okay, which uses Laffer curves principle to lower tax rates and to increase collection. Tax rates was very high at that time. 40% corporate tax is there. Now it is only 18 or 17%. We'll look into that budget for sure. Okay, but recently, okay, before this budget was there, it is 18%. Okay. Laffer curves says what? Laffer curve says that here government revenues, here tax rates. Laffer curve is inverted U, my dear students. Laffer curve is what? Inverted U. Laffer told that maximum taxation the government can do is 50%. 10% tax, 20% tax, 30, 50, 70, 100. Maximum taxation government can collect 50%. If government is collecting more than that, okay, more than that, what will happen? Government revenues will come down. See, come down. This is government revenues, no? So 50% government can collect highest revenues. If government, see how much I am earning. If 50% government is taking, I don't mind. Out of 1000 rupees, government takes 500 me, it's okay. That is the maximum tax rate. But if I earn 1000, government takes 600, 700, will I like to work? I will be lazy or not? I will not go to the, I will bunk my industry, I will bunk my work, I will take a lot of leaves. Right or wrong? I want to be leisure. I will not be that productive also. I will work very lazily also. Why? Because how much I am earning, 70% is going to the government only. 30% what I can do. There is no ambitions, there is no aspirations. So I will be less productive. Out of 8 hours, I will be like very slowly working and giving very less productivity. Okay. So Laffer curve says that if government taxes more than 50%, government taxes more than 50%, okay, the country's, the government revenues will come down because people will not like to work. Because more than 50% if you are taking, what is that enthusiasm? What is that passion for them to work? Right or wrong? Yes. Fine. That's why he slashed the maximum marginal income tax rate from individual from 40% to 30%, right? Individual tax 40%. Now income tax is what? 3 lakh, this much percent, 5-10% is there. No. He is a person who has first started what? Decreasing the income taxes from 40 to 30. Domestic companies to 35% only they have to give. Voluntary disclosure of income. You say no. There are many people who does not know that. They say that they think that BJP's the government only took lot of steps to bring back black money. Okay. No, my dear students, even Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, even Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, 1985, the first crop insurance scheme, 1985, Rajiv Gandhi, comprehensive crop insurance scheme. Okay, then Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, again in the Modi government, it was already launched in the year 1969, okay, by the Indira Gandhi government, which is called as lead bank scheme. Again in the year 2011 also they have got. So every particular scheme has every government, I'm not saying this or that government, I'm not saying that, I'm saying that every government, they did their best. The only thing is people are not aware of it. Fine. So voluntarily income disclosure of income scheme to recover what? Black money. Okay. Then referred to as dream budget, as the custom duties are slashed to 40% and it simplified the excised duty structure. Means you can see that if you see all the points, there is something for everyone. Okay. This is for us, income. Okay. This is for corporates. This is for black marketing people. Okay. This is again for exporters and importers. So it means what? This is a dream budget for everyone. Everyone had got very, very happy because of this budget. That's why this budget is called as dream budget. Then millennium budget was presented by Yashwant Sinha in the year 2000. 2000 millennium. How lucky he was. Okay. So because of his budget, IT sector in our country has thrived. IT sector during the Atal Bihari Vajpayee period, IT sector has thrived during his period. Okay. Phased out incentives on software exporters. Software exporters, okay, phased out incentives. So no more perks and privileges for the software exporters. Lowered again custom duties on 21 items such as computers and computer accessories, because he wants all of us to use what? Headset. He wants all of us to use what? Mobile. So that is possible only when custom duties decreases. So for us, for all of us, which whatever we are having computers etc., it was their efforts who continuously they have made over a time, one over a time, another over a time, over a year and a year. What they did, they bring lot of things to make us more better in our living standards, to make us more better in living standards. So Yashwant Sinha, okay. So sir has decreased what? Custom duties on 21 items, mainly computer and computers. That's why we are having this smart board also today. Right. Then rollback budget, again presented by Yashwant Sinha. 2002 to 2003. Okay. It was under the Prime Ministership of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Okay. Why it is called as rollback budget? Because whatever many proposals were put forward, many things were already in existence. So in this particular budget, all of them are taken back, rolled back. Okay. Several proposals in it were withdrawn. When the budget was presented, the Yashwant Sinha has announced, we are giving this, we are giving that, etc. Government has said, okay, Manrega scheme we are giving this much, metro we are giving this much, for defense we are giving this much, for space we are giving this much. So he has made lot of proposals, but many proposals were taken back. That's why it is called as what? Rollback budget. Okay. Once in a century budget presented by Nirmala Sitharaman ma'am on February 1, 2021. Okay. And she called it as once in a century budget. Okay. Why? Because India want to look to revive Asia's third largest economy. Okay. And we want to invest more in infrastructure and healthcare while relying on an aggressive privatization strategy and robust tax collection. Okay. Aggressive privatization, you can know that. Again, the BJP government usually they have the nature of what, that is very good also. Okay. If the companies are not performing, what you will do? If your asset is not performing, what you will do? If BSNL is not performing, see, if you cannot do, give it to somebody else, right? Okay, Air India, you are not able to manage. Okay, government is not able to manage Air India, so they sold it to Tata. Okay, like that, if you're not able to manage a particular assets, if you are not able to manage a particular company in profitability, then why to have it? So it's good only, sell it. Okay, give it to privatization. That's no wrong in that. Okay, but they have this capitalistic mentality. BJP government has a capitalistic mentality, means they want more capitalism, they want more faster growth, because they believe that the private sector can thrive, can take the economy to the upward trend. Obviously, that is also true, because Tatas, Ambanis, Birlas, Adanis, they are having good skilled people. Okay, they recruit good people. Okay, they are very good businessmen. They can make the things more profit and generate more employment. That is also right. So everyone is right in their own sphere. Fine. So Nirmala Madam has presented once in a century budget. In this budget, more privatization, more selling of government assets is one important criteria, and tax collections were given importance, and more privatization. Government will get money, robust tax collection, government will get money. This money, government want to invest in what? Infrastructure projects, just like dam, just like road, just like interlinking of rivers. Okay, Sagarmala project, Bharatmala project, state highways, national highways, for that project. Infrastructure projects, the money which they are getting in this strategies, privatization and tax collections, they are going to do the expenditures on infrastructure and healthcare. Now what I have done is, the total budget, as you know, the total budget, as you are very well aware of it, basic information I am giving so that you should not find any difficulty in understanding the future lectures of this budget series. Okay. The budget generally has two important components. One is revenue component. Okay. Another one is capital component. It could also be considered in this way also, but this is a very generalized one. Okay, it is a very generalized one. It consists of here also, it consists of there also. Budget could also be classified in the form of what? Receipts, means the money government is getting, and expenditures. Means whatever the money the government gets, that is going to be spent on various activities. Okay. That various activities could be what? For the development of agriculture, how much money is allocated? For the development of space, how much money is allocated? For the defense of the country, how much money is allocated? Okay. For the development of nuclear energy, how much money is allocated? For the construction of infrastructure projects, how much money is allocated? This kind of planning is also called as financial planning. What do we call it as? Financial planning. So government does what kind of planning in our country? Government does financial planning in our country. What is the meaning of financial planning? Financial planning means when the development projects are generally proposed with the help of what? Allocation of money. Right? So various developmental activities are there. Every activity will be allocated some amount of money, right? So if this process happen, for every development activity amount is allocated, then we call such planning as financial planning, and it is one of the characteristic feature of our country. Fine. So in a general normal parlance, budget means receipts and expenditure. Okay. Then we are having another two important components, that is revenue and capital. The basic definition you can know with respect to revenue is any money the government that gets for short term period. Okay. The government, whatever the government activities are there for the short term purpose, it is called as revenue. Any long term purpose activities are there, they are all called as what? Capital. Okay? Right. Now this revenue components again divided into revenue receipts, okay, and revenue expenditures. So in the books you will see like this, or in the books you will also see directly are expenditures. So this means for revenue expenditures. Okay. As I have told you here, that revenue means something which is for short term. Right. So, for example, the income tax we pay now, and GST we pay on every product now. So, what is this? This is every month we are paying to the government income tax. So, every short term means 1 month, every 1 month we are paying this. And GST also for every unit of good we will pay. Every unit of good we will pay. So, government is getting the money here, okay, within short period of time. Then it is called as revenue receipt. Okay. In the same way, government pays salaries. Government pays LPG subsidies, right or wrong? You are getting every month or not? Government doing these expenditures every month or not? Yes. Then this is called as revenue expenditure. Why? Because if you see both of them are what? Short term. Both of them are what? Short term. Income tax is short term. Okay. Getting the revenue from GST is short term. Okay. Paying salaries to the government employees is also short term. Paying subsidies, LPG subsidies, okay, various other subsidies the government gives for the development of agriculture, so and so forth, they're also short term. Okay. Now capital component, it is again divided into, again same, capital receipts and capital expenditure. Anything that government gets for long term purpose or government gives for long term purpose respectively is called as what? Capital receipts and capital expenditures. Here receipts, I told you, receipt means what? Incoming to the government, right or wrong? Incoming to the government. Money getting, government is getting money. Okay. Capital receipts means for long term purpose. Okay. Like disinvestment. When government recently have sold Air India to Tata people. So when Tata people took that Air India, they have given large sum of money, thousands of crores rupees to the government. So it came for the long term purpose, no? Yes. If World Bank and IMF give loans to the government India, then it is what? Capital receipt. Something the government gets for long period of time, like 20 years, 25 years, 30 years like that. That is called as what? Capital receipts. Means something coming for a long term. Capital expenditures are nothing but when government does expenditures for long term purpose. Okay. Like government proposed construction of metro. Government proposed sending of space missions. Long term purpose. Okay. Government want to buy Rafale. Recently Rafale marine version has also been tested. Rafale, capital expenditure. Getting my point here, right? If you are aware of this, then we can start our budget. We can go ahead with our budget. Is it clear to you? Okay. So have a proper understanding of what I have told you. If you have skipped some part of it, you can just rewind, okay, and you can just clarify your doubts and get the concept clarity. If not, write in the comment section. I will be more happy to help you out. Okay, but make sure that you are done with this chart. Fine. Now, budget generally performs some functions. One is collection function. Budget will be collected by the government, right? Revenues are collected by the government, right? Then, after collection, the allocation function will be there. Allocating to various activities. Okay, like agriculture this much, space this much, like that. Then we are having distribution, means giving to them. Disbursement means sending the money to the particular ministry. That is called as what? Disbursement. Okay. So you can understand collection, allocation and disbursement or distribution. They are the functions of budget. They are what? Functions of budget. In the same way, our father's salary is also a budget. Okay, his salary himself, it's a budget, right? So when he gets his salary, or whether your brother is getting the salary or your father is getting the salary, what they do? They'll keep some amount of money. They'll spend on rent. Some amount of money they will spend on electricity bill. Some amount of money they will spend on ration. Some amount of bill that they spend on your coaching education. Some amount of bill they'll spend on your health related, whatever the tablets you are having for BP and sugar for everyday needs. Okay, some amount of money he will spend for the maid, right? And whatever he saved, he will use it for the emergency purpose, right? That is correct. If he is short of money, let's suppose he is short of money of his expenditures. His expenditures are more, but his receipts are less. His salary is less. What does he do? He will borrow a loan or not? Yes. So all of a sudden when you can say that Okay, a new year started and the children has to be sent to the school for the new academic year, and the school authorities will definitely ask money, right? Okay, 10,000 for each child minimum should be given, or 5,000 should be given minimum. Okay, so at that time, all of a sudden his what I say is his expenses increases. What has he do? He has to go to the bank, or he has to borrow it, or he has to ask his friend or relative, okay, to fulfill that particular gap. Right or wrong? Yes. And he goes on repaying it month after month from his salary. Suppose this borrow money, okay, is increasing a lot. Let's suppose one of the child is not doing very well in the academics. So what does he do? He will try to give him a tuition. Then tuition requires tuition fee. Then what does he do? Then again he borrow little bit more. Now what happened? Continuously, okay, if he goes on, expenditures are continuously increasing. Okay, whatever he earns, that most of the money will go for what? Paying the interest, and his real income, that is called as real income, will become very shrinkage. So getting my point. So if the more expenditures are there, revenues are fixed. Okay, his salary is fixed, it is not increasing. But here expenditures are increasing. Okay, so the gap between expenditures and revenue continuously elaborate. Okay, it widen like that. One day what will happen? Whatever he earns, all of that will be spent on paying interest only. Why I am saying with this concept? Why? Because our Indian budget and most of the state budget, okay, any state is not there at this point of time which is having what? Surplus budget. Means revenues are more and expenditures are less. Like that we don't have any of the state at this point of time. Okay, so every state and also our India budget also generally goes for deficit. Means they are earning less but their expenditures are more. Why? Because unemployment is more. Okay, and unemployment is more means what? Government has to support them. Government have to give them food. Government have to give them all the basic necessities at free of cost, because they are unemployed, because they don't have any work to do. It is a state responsibility, right? It is a government responsibility to take care of the citizens, take care of the subjects. So more unemployment, government has to shell out more money from the budget. More poverty, government has to shell out more money. COVID pandemic, lot of poor people cannot afford the hospitalization costs, so they have to shell out more money. So like that unforeseen, okay, sudden sporadic situations can also happen. Okay, so with that what happen? If government revenues are fixed, because the number of factories, the number of companies which are being established year on year, that is not going to manifold, right? That will not become threefold or fourfold or fivefold within a year. Then hardly you will see increase of 1,000 more industries. But here lot of population is getting under poverty, getting under unemployment. So these new industries, okay, when they start production, government does not take the taxes all of a sudden also. These kind of companies are given tax exemptions for 5 years, and they will be given lot of support system from the government. So government is actually spending on them also. Government is actually spending on the poor people also. With that, what is happening? Government revenues has become fixed, and government expenditures are continuously increasing. Understood my point here? Government revenues are continuously increasing. This is the main cause of what? Fiscal deficit. So if this borrowing money from the World Bank and IMF goes on continuously, so what will happen? Whatever the revenue the government is getting, okay, all that will be used for the payment of what? Interest. Okay, this is the core crux of what? Budget. Okay, because without fiscal deficit we cannot start our lecture. Without this component understanding, you cannot go through hassle free in your understanding also. That's why it is very important for me that we have to clear some basics here, right? So it is all done, everything is done here. Now let us go ahead. Budget. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented her 4th budget. This is Narendra Modi's government 10th budget and the second paperless budget. Because of COVID pandemic, papers are not circulated to the parliamentarians. What they have done is they have just send the budget PDF on their mobile phones, on their tablets, so and so forth. So no papers has been used. Okay, the budget was given a important slogan, an important futuristic vision. Okay, that futuristic vision is called as Amrit Kal. So we have recently celebrated 75th independence anniversary. right? So Amrit Kal means 100th. So the present government is saying that, okay, so whatever the budget we have presented, it is a futuristic budget. They are calling it as what? Futuristic budget. Okay. They are saying that the benefits of this you will not reap today, you will reap when we are celebrating 100th Independence Day from 25 years from now, then you will see the most important advantages from this budget, like that they are saying. So they call this budget as futuristic budget. Already we have learned epochal budget, already we have learned carrot and stick budget, already we have learned black budget. Okay, so you please remember all of this budget, who presented whatsoever and what is the objective. Right. What is the meaning of Amrit Kal? The term Amrit Kal was used by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in 2021 during his 75th Independence Day speech. Okay. Then in this particular, on the 75th Independence Day, he has unveiled a roadmap. Okay. What is the roadmap for the next 25 years? What India want to become for the next 25 years? How we want to see when we are celebrating 100th Independence Day. So that was. So you remember this point, the Amrit Kal, the first used by what? Narendra Modi ji in his 75th Independence Day speech. Modi has also said the purpose of Amrit Kal was to improve the lives of citizens of our India, lessen the divide in the development between villages and cities, reduce the government interference in people's lives, and welcome the latest technology. So Amrit Kal rests on these 4 important ingredients. Please make sure that you are going to by heart all of them. Very, very, very important, all of them. Alright. Number 1, improve the lives of citizens of India. Number 2, lessen the divide between rural and cities. Okay. Nothing but what? In rural areas also per capita income should increase. As like urban area. In rural areas also infrastructure, pakka road should be there. As like urban area. In rural area also governance, the government offices, okay, government services should be very much accessible to the people. Just like in urban areas we are able to access the government services, just like that every mandal, every taluka, every what I say is every 5 kilometers you will find a government office. Right or wrong? Just like in urban area we are having electricity, we are having police stations to serve us and to make us safe and secure. That should also be given to our rural areas. Right or wrong? They have to go for modernization, as we are going for modernization. Okay, they have to go for more data consumption on internet, as we are going for data consumption in internet. They should also become digitally literate, just like how we are digitally literate. They should also be using financial services, just like we are using all the banking services. Right or wrong? Yes. So to bridge the divide between rural and urban areas, it is very, very important. Okay, next 5 years, 125 years. Okay, when we are celebrating the 100th Independence Day, we should not see any much difference between rural and urban area. Okay, that is what the Amrit Kal objective is. Okay, third one, government interference in the people's side. What do you wear? Okay, where do you go? Where do you reside? Who you will marry? What do you eat? It's none of the government business. Okay, people's life interference should be minimum with respect to the government. That is what the Prime Minister has said. Okay. Okay, which is obviously very much debatable. Okay, the next one is what? Latest technology. You, me, or industry people, anyone should go for what? Usage of latest technology. What is available? What is the improved version available for a particular technology? We have to use them. That is the latest technology, right? So please make sure that this may directly come in the examination. What do you understand by the term Amrit Kal and what are the various components? So please discuss these components. Your job will be done. Okay. Right. The budget has given what? 4 important pillars. Nirmala madam, while she is speaking about the budget, she said that the budget is presented on 4 pillars. Presented on what? 4 pillars. One is productivity. What do you mean by productivity? Productivity is nothing but output by input. It could be said as in less time, more production. Less time, more production. Or you can say in a very clear way, 1 acre, 10 tons of tomato, 1 acre, same 1 acre, 20 tons of tomato. So same area, the production has increased. This is called as productivity. So government of India is saying that productivity we want to achieve in every sector, whether it is cotton industry, whether it is IT industry, whether it is skill development, whether it is labor force skills, whatever it is, there should be increase in what productivity of each and every aspect. Okay. Next one, next pillar, government has said that climate action. As you know that the world is suffering from what? Global warming. The world is suffering from emission of lot of greenhouse gases, and global warming is leading to what? Climate change. And India is the third largest carbon dioxide emitter. Okay, China is there first, USA is there second, then we are having India itself. Okay, fine. So climate action. So if we want to protect our mother earth, it is very important that actions should be taken in order to control the emission of greenhouse gases. Or you can say that in order to mitigate the impact of what? Climate change. Whatsoever, we have to go for what? Climate actions. Okay. These actions should be able to sustain what? Sustain economic growth. These actions should sustain what? Economic growth. We are not going to compromise on the GDP production for sure. Okay, so climate action should sustain economic growth. Sustenance is nothing but when we are having 7% economic growth, for the next year we should have 7.5, then we should have 8, then we should have 8.5. That is called as sustainable economic growth. Okay, our climate actions will not undermine whatsoever or ever the economic growth. And the next one is economic development. Economic development includes what? Social development also, my dear students. Society should develop. Whatever the action should be taken, society should develop. You cannot ask the citizens not to use the petrol and diesel when you don't give us alternative fuel to go from one place to another to do our trade related activities. You cannot ask it, right? So your climate action should not undermine the people's objective, people's aspirations, people's ambitions. It is very, very important. It is highly important. Okay. So sustainable economic growth and sustainable economic development should form the crux of your climate action. They should not be compromised ever, because we are having a lot of poverty and unemployment situations also, right? Fine. Then the third pillar we are having here, financial investment, financing investment. Okay. So if I want to open an industry, government will finance me. That is only called as financing investment. Government want to finance, government want to launch scheme, government want to promote what? The people who come forward as entrepreneurs and wanted to start in a business, government is ready to give what? Investment. Okay, that is the third pillar. And the fourth pillar, PM Gati Shakti plan. Gati means speed. Shakti means power. Plan. Okay, this is a scheme in itself. We'll study about it. That is a majorly transportation related. It is a transportation related, and various other infrastructure is also related. We'll come to that. Okay. Fine. Please remember this pillar. They will ask you in the examination which one of the following are the main pillars of the budget, proposed pillars of the budget. So you can say all of that. Right. Now let us see ministry-wise allocation. Ministry-wise allocation. Very, very important for the all lower cadre examinations. You don't get any of that in UPSC for sure, but for PSC etc. you will get a lot of questions from it. Agriculture and farmers welfare, 1,32,513 crores. Everything is in crores, my dear student. That much amount of money is given. Department of Atomic Energy has got 22,723 crores. Ministry of Ayush were given 30-50 crores. Civil aviation is given 10,667 crores. So, like that you can go through by yourself. Civil aviation means space. Aeroplane, basically aeroplane. For airways, for airport authority, how much is given? This much is given. Ministry of Ayush, A means Ayurveda, U means Yoga, U means Unani, S means Siddha, H means homeopathy. H means homeopathy. So to promote, these are called as what? Traditional medicines. Okay, little bit explanation also I will give you. I thought we should just run away with this allocation, but the newcomers may not understand these things also. So I just wanted to make sure that they should also be a part of this lecture. Okay, so these are all called as what? Traditional medicines. And whatever we are having when you go to the hospital, that is a modern science. That is a modern science, right? Then commerce, for the trade and industry purpose. Export and import also purpose. 14,000 crores, almost around 14,500 crores were allocated. Okay. Department, Ministry of Communication. Communication means radio communication, okay, TV broadcasting, okay, telecommunications, phone, etc. for that purpose. Okay. And post also. Through the post also, government will communicate. First one is what? Department of Post has got 20,000, almost like 21,000 crores. And Department of Communication has got 84,000 crores. Because, see, communication landlines are very, very important. Okay, you might have seen the towers, no, mobile towers. Okay, that is also important. So the rural areas should have this more and more, so that digital connectivity will be improved. So that's why the allocation is very much what elaborate here. Consumer affairs, like for us, okay, are consumer related. Okay, like maintaining the standards of the products that we use, okay, for consumption purpose, for the durable products like istri or camera, something like that. So for our affairs, if any food poisoning happened because of any Dabur product or Tata product like that, where we have to approach, and that all expenditures, the Consumer Protection Authority, etc. So total consumer affairs, upkeep of them. Food and public distribution, ration shops, etc. All that will be there. FCI godowns, okay, 21,000 crores almost. Okay, then Ministry of Culture, you know that Swadesh Darshan, okay, Bharat Darshan, Swadesh Darshan, and you also have Prasad scheme in that to promote our culture, to conduct what exhibitions and expos, and what I say is melas, fests, etc., where our culture is being represented. 3,000 crores almost is given. Very, very important. See, the defense budget is very huge here. Okay. 5 lakh crores, almost like 5,25,000 crores were given. So these are all our crores. Okay. Development of northeastern region. Northeastern region, you know that, that's 7 sister states of ours. Okay. Northeastern region, 2,800 crores are given. Ministry of Education. Department of School Education has got, okay, Department of School Education and Literacy means lower school 1 to 60 class, 65,000 crores are given. Department of Higher Education has got 40,000 crores, almost like equal is given. For environment, forest and climate change purpose, 30 crores. Ministry of Health and Family, for health purpose, 86,000 crores. Okay, housing and urban affair, 76,000 crores were given. Very important data, this is all. Ministry of Jal Shakti, 86,000 crores. Micro, small and medium enterprises, these are the industries. Micro, small and medium enterprises are the industries, we'll study about them. Okay, micro means the unit which is having 25 lakhs less than investment. Okay, so the crores might have been revised, but you can cross check with you also. Basically what I want to tell you is on the basis of investment. Okay, let's suppose government may say that if you are investing in a particular industry, like I want to manufacture chocolate, okay, so I want milk, I want that ingredients, I have learned from it, okay, learned from other company. So I want to start my own chocolate, okay, diamond chocolate like that I want to start. So for that purpose, I want to take a place for rent. I want to construct a shed over there, a shelter over there, walls, and I want to dig some bore wells. Then I will bring some machines that will mix the ghee and also the milk, etc. So for all this purpose, let's suppose 25 lakh rupees I have to invest. Okay, if it is less than 25 lakhs, it is called as micro. More than that, if you're investing in a particular unit, then it is called as medium. Then more than that, it is called as what? Small, then called as medium. Micro, small, then medium. Okay, so on the basis of investment scale, I just wanted to tell you, not the exact amount, whatever I am saying, 25 crores, it is not the exact amount, but we are having the exact amount. But what I am trying to say is micro, small and medium enterprises, they are classified. The industries are classified on the basis of what? Scale of investment. On the basis of scale of investment. How much scale? Okay, how much amount of money you are spending to start your manufacturing unit. Okay, or service unit also. Minority affairs, for the development of Muslims, for the development of Sikhs, for the development of Jains, Baudh, Parsis, etc. 20 crores. For the renewable energy, 6,900 crores. Panchayat Raj development, 868 crores. Ministry of Power, 16,000 crores. Railways has also got a good 1,40,000 crores. Housing Ministry, this is like Ministry of Housing, okay, not Ministry of Housing because it is there here. Ministry of Road and Transportation and Highways, a lot they have got. Okay, 1,99,000 crores, almost like 2 lakh crores have given. Ministry of Rural Development also have got a lot. 1,38,000 crores are given. Okay, Science and Technology, very important. Space for ISRO, Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, for that particular purpose, 13,000 crores were given. Ministry of Tourism, okay, Tourism Minister has given 2,400 crores. Tribal Development Purpose, 8,451 crores. Ministry of Women, for the development of women and child in our country, okay, to give them food, to give them pre-pregnancy, pregnancy, during pregnancy, post-pregnancy, okay, at the time of consumption of baby. So all the facilities to the women and children, their malnutrition problem, etc., to remove all of them. Okay, Ministry of Women and Child Development has got 24,000 crores were given. So this allocations becomes very important for the lower category examination. Please go through them one by one. Right. Today we'll see economic or budget stats. Budget related statistics we will see. Very important for the examination for sure. Right. See, you can see that everything is in crores. Everything is in crores. What is the meaning of actuals? Actuals means what has been spent on various activities actually in real amounts. In real amounts. I may say to you, just like you ask your father, Dad, I want to go to trip, so can you give me 10,000 rupees? Dad will say, okay, that is your estimates, no? Okay, I'll give you. But when the time actually comes, Dad will say, no, 10,000 is more, you take only 5,000. Okay, so that is called as what? The 10,000, whatever the dad has said you, that is called as estimated amount, that is called as budget estimated for a particular trip. Okay, but actually, how much he has given? 5,000. That is called as actual. So, budget estimates are not the final estimates, not the final allocation, my dear students. Please do remember this point. Whenever Nirmala madam stands in the parliament and talks about that I am going to spend this much amount of money on various activities, does not really mean that much amount has been done the expenditures. Okay, they are the estimated amount. Suppose a pandemic happens, then government cannot get the revenues from GST and income tax, so and so forth. Obviously, what will happen? The estimates will come down. Okay, because government receive the money, that money will be spent. Government, and one more very important aspect that you have to understand here. Many of the students have this misconception. They think that government is having all that money, whatever they are talking about in the parliament during the presentation of budget, that all money is there in one particular room or something like that. No. Okay, it's a rolling budget. Rolling budget is nothing but this month government get money from various sources. Okay, in the form of tax, in the form of indirect tax, direct tax, GST, etc. Non-tax revenues government will get in this month, and that will be spent. Again, next month government will get, that will be spent. Or government will borrow some loan also. Government will borrow some loan also. But basically it's a rolling budget. All that money is not there in one room. Remember this point. So that's why if any unforeseen situation happens, all of a sudden the government revenues may decrease, and whatever they thought that they will do the expenditures, the actual expenditures could be lesser than that because of emergency situations. Right. So actuals are nothing but real disbursement. Okay, this is called as budget estimate. This much amount we will spend. Revised estimate means whatever they said in the parliament, this much we will spend, but they thought that we cannot do this much. For the defense purpose, government may have said in this budget, in 2022 budget, government said 5 lakh crores will be given for what? Defense budget, right? Okay, I will just get to that. Where is it? Okay, so we are having here. Wait for a second, I'll just show you that defense budget. Okay, 5 lakh crore. 5 lakh 25,000 crore, right? Absolutely. So, Nirmala madam has said that for defense 5 lakh crore budget will be allocated. But suddenly fourth wave started. Everything was closed down. No industries, nothing was running. So when the production is not happening, tax GST will not be paid by the industry wallas to the government, and government will get less money. So what happened? Government said that okay, we cannot do 5 lakh. We are only doing 3.5 lakh because of various situation. This is one reason I am saying. There could be many reasons, but it is not an economic lecture class. So we are just trying to discuss the budget itself. Okay. So when whatever you have estimated, okay, during the presentation of budget, but you are not able to, you understood that cannot be possible, then you will say what? Revised. Revised estimate. After revised will be there, how much is actually allocated. But that is also not final. Before budget estimate is not final, revised estimate is also not final, but actuals are final. Then again for 2022 to 2023, this year madam has given budget estimate. If this much amount government is not getting, then government in 3-4 months government will give revised estimate. Okay, and by the end of the financial year, the March 31st, 2023, madam will stand and say that actual this much is allocated. Okay, so understood my point here? Please be very sure about it. Right. So yellow color, orange color, red and dark red. Okay. So you can see, as I have told you, receipts are of two types. Okay, revenue receipts and capital receipts. Expenditure is again of two types: revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. Okay, revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. In our chart we have learnt in this way. Okay, both are same. There is no problem at all. Both are same. Right. Revenue total component we have called revenue receipt, revenue expenditure. Total capital component we have called capital receipt and capital expenditure. So revenue part we have separated and capital part we have separated. Okay, and they have not separated. That is the only difference. Okay, right? Revenue, they said that revenue receipts, revenue capital, expenditure, revenue. But we have taken this one here, okay, and this one here. So we call it as capital, we call it as revenue. Like that we have told, right? Yes. Fine. So without going into this, what happened previous year, we are not interested. We'll just see this one and this one. This is only called as budget analysis. Budget analysis is nothing but, this is there in TSPSC Group 1, UPPSC Group 1 and all the state PSC Group 1. Okay, you will be having budget analysis, a word will be there. So obviously important for UPSC also. UPSC has also asked a question with regard to budget analysis. Okay, with regard to budget analysis. Okay. So we are interested when we try to compare this year budget with the last year budget, and we will try to see the pattern of budget from the last 2-3 years. Health expenditure increased or decreased. Okay, defense expenditure increased or decreased. So why it is increased? What is the reason? Why it is decreased? What is the reason? Okay, health expenditure has increased. Why? Because COVID is there. Defense expenditure has increased because the Taliban, Pakistan, China is aggressively moving forward towards us. Right. So you can understand here that this increase and decrease, we have to write the causes for it. Then that is only called as what? Budget analysis. If suppose there is no causes there, you can say that government objective is what? Okay, like capital expenditure in this budget has given importance. Now you can say that capital expenditure is because for what? To achieve the problem of what? To achieve the problem of unemployment. Right? So if it causes are there, increase, decrease you can say, or else if causes are not there, you can directly say what is the objective with regard to that increase expenditure or decrease expenditure. Got it? Yes. Fine. So we are going to see this two only. 2021, 2022. Because why we are still revised estimates is there? Why not actual means? Still March 31 did not come, no? Okay, we are still in the financial year of 2021 to 2022 only. This financial year ends March 31st, 2022, this financial year ends. Okay, so the budget was presented from April 1st onwards. Whatever is allocated, that will be coming into force. Okay, that's why we have to compare this one. Okay, so you can see that revenue receipts were 20,78,000 crores and revenue receipts have increased marginally 1-2 crores like that. If it is no, to marginally bolna. Marginally. Got it? Right. Now you can see now I will go to that component, however we have learned. Revenue receipts is done, now revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure almost equal. 31 lakh crore. Almost equal. Now we'll see capital expenditure. Capital expenditure you can see 16 and become 17. Marginally has increased. Sorry. Capital receipts marginally has increased. Now you can see capital expenditure, little bit it has increased. Okay, 1 crore, almost like 1.5 lakh crore. So this is called as trend, budget analysis. This is called as what? Budget analysis. Make sure that you are going to write. Okay, you have to write trends. Okay, you have to first of all give the definition. You have to write the introduction. You have to say that budget. The word budget is not mentioned in the constitution, but it is mentioned in the form of an annual financial statement in the article 112. In the article 112. So the union budget components consist of this you have to say, and then you have to write the first subheading, trends in the revenue receipts, revenue component and expenditure component. This part you have to discuss. This much only. This much. Right. Now, a very important scheme. Okay, and what I have done in our budget analysis is whatever the schemes were given, no, the allocation with regard to that schemes, I have discussed the schemes also, and allocation also I have discussed. So with that, what happened? Everything will be at one place. Like that, our total budget will be divided into economic budget, social sector budget, transportation budget, okay, and social welfare budget, and defense budget. Like that, continuously we are going to divide the budget into different parts and going forward. Okay, this is what emergency credit line guarantee scheme means. COVID was an emergency. 3 months was lockdown was there. Then after second wave again lockdown was there. Okay, I have to pay the rent. Okay, I am not allowed to open the shop. Okay, I am not getting the raw materials, but I have 5 employees with me. I have 2 machines to be getting repaired. I have to give rent to the landowner. He is asking me. I have taken a loan. I have to pay the interest to the loan. That 3 months. So 3 months loan, India government has given moratorium in the first wave. But whatever the second and third wave, government has not exempted us from paying the interest rate, right or wrong? Yes. So all the institutes. Okay, as far as I know, I am very much aware of it. In Ashok Nagar is a hub. Just like you are having in Delhi, Rajendra Nagar, no, Ashok Nagar we are having in Hyderabad is hub. Hundreds of coaching institutes are there. I tell you, what has really happened over there is, okay, when before pandemic, lots of institute has actually cropped up. I mean, this new institute has come. After the pandemic has come, I have seen by myself, my friends and lot of my acquaintances, they have told that they have closed down their institutes because they have to give the rent to the landowner. They have to, if they want to run their institute, they need students. Students are not coming. They are having offline batches, but they don't have the online infrastructure. For online infrastructure, 3 to 4 lakh rupees have to spend for the live classes, and that is also not possible. If the students are unable to go for live classes, then they have to store the videos. Then they have to give the server space. Every month they have to give 18,000, 50,000 or 20,000. They have to give for that. Okay, so lot of institutions have got closed. In the same way, the hardware shop, the barber shops, whatever we are having, okay, the clothing shops they are having, the landowners has not exempted from rent, but interest is exempted, that is okay, but the interest is how much here? That will be 5,000 or 2,000, but landowner is asking 25,000, 20,000, Pani Puri Bandi Walas, etc. They are also having what? Small malgis are there, shops are there. So there was an emergency situation was there. So because of pandemic, so government said that, okay, don't worry, my dear MSME, you don't worry. Government said, I will give you emergency credit. Emergency credit line is nothing but amount. But like micro, this much amount of loan they can take. Medium, this much amount of loan they can take. Small. So credit line. Credit line is getting guaranteed you will be getting. Don't worry about it. Just wherever you have taken the loan, just ask for a credit guarantee line, you will get. Okay. So COVID pandemic has trembled, has made lot of financial, was made lot of financial distress. Small and medium enterprises are highly affected by this pandemic. Government of India, for MSME purpose, emergency credit guarantee line scheme has been initiated. It was launched on February 29, 2020. Okay, now there is an update in the budget 2022. This year budget. Emergency credit line to be extended till March 2023. So if you come across emergency credit line guarantee scheme 1.0, emergency credit line guarantee 2.0, 3.0, like that is there. It means what? Government is starting for 4 months and closing down. Government starting for 4 months and closing down, like that. Okay, this scheme is being run what? Very frequently. That's why you are getting 1.0, 2.0 like that. This is the 4.0. This is the 4.0. Fourth time this was launched. Fourth time this particular scheme was launched. Okay, the guaranteed cover will be expanded by rupees 50,000 crores to the total cover of 5 lakh crores to aid 5 lakh crores to aid MSME sector financial needs. So whatever the needs the MSMEs are having 5 lakh crores will be allocated for that. Okay, the guaranteed cover will be expanded by 50,000 crores. Means in this budget 50,000 crores were given, and till now 5 lakh crore was spent on this particular scheme. ECLGS 1.0, ECLGS 2.0, ECLGS 5 lakh crore was total cover was given this much. Okay, in this budget how much is given? Very, very important. ECLGS scheme recently got allocated how much? 50,000 crores. Right. Now digital rupee, again a financial related aspect. Okay, so you can see here this is Bitcoin. Okay, this is Ethereum. This is Litecoin, and Facebook, they are also having, I guess, Libra is the Facebook cryptocurrency. Okay, so majorly now people like you and me, youth is more interested to make quick money nowadays. Okay, they are not interested to do investment in what, buying what, investing in what, fixed deposit. No, youth is not interested. Now you see that every urban person in our country, and like youth, especially you and me, we are mostly interested in what? Trading, Olympic trading, like that we are doing shares, etc. We are more interested in quick money, and we want to become very, very rich, and we want to enjoy all the luxuries in Maldives and Europe like that, right? So we are more interested. So we are not interested what? To put money in fixed deposit. If you don't put money in the fixed deposits, the bank will have less money with them. When the bank has less money, high interest rate, then how the investment can happen and how the employment situation could be resolved. Because loans at higher interest rate, very less buyers will be there. Why? Because the youth like you and me, we are not putting money in our savings. We are taking out the money in the savings and we are buying what bitcoins, which does not belong to us. So actually we are selling something to the other countries. Right, so our money, instead of going here, is going somewhere else. Okay, and that is anyhow not helping to the economy. So seeing this importance of bitcoins, okay, that's digital currency, the cryptocurrency, seeing the importance of that, government realized that it is necessary now also. Right, nothing but our same 10 rupees, 5 rupees coins are there. No, that will be there in the virtual form, means in the computer form. Okay, not in the numbers, but you can do that investment also. Digital rupee to be issued using blockchain technology, a very, very, very secure technology. Means nobody can do any kind of mischievous things with regard to, no manipulations will be there, no notorious activities will be there with regard to any transactions made when we are securing the total transaction system with blockchain technology. Very, very emerging and security, what guaranteed technology that is. Okay, to be issued by RBI 2020 to 2023. So I am going to buy this. Okay, this will give a big boost to the economy. Okay, the madam was saying, Nirmala madam was saying that when we launch the digital rupee, it will give a big boost to the economy because we are going to invest in that and that money will be there. That is called as central bank digital currency, CBDC. Central bank digital currency, nothing but India's digital rupee is called as what? Central bank digital currency, and it is issued by RBI. Again, a very important statement. It will be serving as a legal tender. Means in your app, you will also see this kind of coins belonging to India, Indian rupee. And you can sell, you can buy biryani, you can buy anything, whatever you want by just giving that digital rupee. You don't have to put money, 1,000 rupees, okay, 2,000 rupees. You have to put in the ATM card and that will be shown there. Not required. Not required. What you have to do, the same money directly you can give to the RBI and you can take what? Bitcoins. You can take what? Bitcoins. You don't have to use it also. You don't have to go to the ATM and get it done. Okay, there are benefits are there. Legal tender issued by the Reserve Bank of India. Okay, if I want to pay the interest rate, I can pay the interest rate with regard to the Bitcoins also. Right, it eases my situation even better. Okay, so many people does not want hard cash. They may say that do online payment. I may not have the online, so I have to deposit money in the ATM to get it reflected in my savings account, right or wrong. But I am having Indian coins. CBDCs are there. I'll pay with you. And legal tender means you cannot say no. First of all, if I say that, if someone restaurant person will ask me, no sir, pay me in rupee or pay me through ATM card, I will say that no, I will pay you with CBDC only. He cannot say no. Why? Because it will be acting as what? Legal tender. Legal tender means legally he is bound to accept this digital rupee, whatever the government is launching. If he says no, you can complain and his restaurant will be shut and his license will be cancelled. No one in India can say no to the legal tender recognized by the government of India. Remember this point. Okay. A CBDC is an electronic record or digital token of a country's official currency. Digital token. Instead of rupees, instead of 50 rupees, 200 rupee notes, it also serves the same purpose. Okay. Another important point here is the digital rupee and the whatever the notes we are having, 10 rupees, 50 rupees, 200 rupees notes we are having, they all have the same value. They all have the same value. A 100 rupee notes after 100 years will be 100 rupee only. Okay, 100 rupee Bitcoin will be 100 rupee only after 100 years also, after 10 years also. There won't be any change in the face value because it means what? They store value with them forever. They store value with them what? Forever. Remember this point. Okay, 10 rupee notes after 10 years will be 10 rupees only. A 10 rupee digital rupee of the India will be 10 rupees only forever. So they store value. First of all, first important is store value. And fungibility is nothing but the ability to get it interchange. Means I am having 10 rupees Bitcoin, I am having 10 rupees India's digital rupee, so I can exchange with 10 rupees of note also. Okay, so that is called as what? Fungibility. Means exchange is also, interchangeably is also possible. Okay, with the help of what? Digital rupee. So one is they can store value, another way is fungibility is there, another important one is divisibility is there. What is that? Divisibility. Just like 10 rupees are divided into 1 rupee 10, in the same way 10 rupee digital rupee will be divided into 1 rupee, right, like that. 1 rupee like that. So divisibility is also there. Okay, nothing but currency which is there on the internet, which is there on the computer, and by which you are using and trading. That's all. Trading is nothing, buying and selling. Buying and selling is called as what? Trading. Fine. CBDCs, central bank digital currency, should be exchangeable at par with cash. I have told you that. It performs the basic functions. With the help of this, we can medium of exchange, we can buy anything. It's a unit of accounts. Every unit is there here, is accountable. Okay, 1 rupee digital rupee or 10 rupee digital rupee, everything is accountable here. It stores value. I have told you, even after 10 years, the same digital rupee will remain. 10 rupee mean 10 rupee will remain. Standard of deferred payment, very, very important. Standard of deferred payment. Deferred payment is I will pay later. I will pay later. Okay, that is also fine. Okay, so digital rupee will be helpful in the deferred payments also. Okay, so I will pay you after 1 year 50 digital rupee coins. Okay, no problem. So deferred payments also, everyone should accept first of all, because it is completely a legal tender. You cannot say no. You cannot say no. Remember this point. Let us see the income tax slabs. Okay, first of all, we will discuss what is income tax. Okay, the tax paid by an individual. Tax paid by an individual. Remember this point. Individual means you and me. Tax paid by an individual is called as income tax on his income. On his income. Tax paid by an individual on his income is called as income tax. Okay. You can call it as, it is a, in our country, we do positive discrimination. It is a positive discriminatory tax. Positive discriminatory tax. Why? Because in income tax, the people who are earning more will be taxed more. The people who are earning less will be taxed less. That's why the method is discriminating one individual with another individual, right or wrong? So the income tax slabs, you can say that they may violate, they are actually violating what? Article 14. They are actually violating Article 14. Article 14 says what? Right to equality. Means every person should be treated equally. Every person should be treated equally. That is what Article 14 says. But what is happening here? In income tax, The one who are earning more will be taxed more. The one who are earning less will be taxed less. It means the person who are earning more, he can say to the government, no, why they are taxed less? Why I am treated unequally with respect to him? He can ask, right or wrong? Yes. But government says, no, my dear, okay, my dear good earners, more earners, in our constitution, you are talking about fundamental rights, but in our constitution, we are also having what? DPSP. DPSP says that concentration of wealth should be reduced. Inequalities of income should be reduced. Okay, government should establish a welfare state. Government should establish a welfare state. So these are all many objectives are there. In DPSP, many instructions were given by the constitution framers to the policy makers. Whenever you are making any law, make sure that you also achieve this. So in this taxation system, it is very important that DPSP should prevail over Article 14, nothing but fundamental rights, whether because they are very, very important for the governance of the country and in order to remove what? Inequalities of income. In order to remove inequalities of income. So understood my point here? Some links I have given you which are important for the examination. Please do remember it. Okay. Income tax is a tax levied on the income of an individual. We will study that in detail. Don't worry. Okay. Income is earned by people in different ways. Income is earned by people in different ways. One, a entrepreneur, if I start a business, whatever the profits I will get, this is my income, right or wrong? Yes. If I start a financing business, I will start giving finance to you people, and what do you pay me? You will give me interest. Interest is my income, right or wrong? Interest is my income. Suppose I give my land for you to start any business. What do you pay me? You will pay me rent. So this rent is a income or not? Yes. Okay. Then if I give, like if I am teaching here, sir and madam is paying me what? Okay. I am labor. I am giving here teaching service. So I will be paid salaries and wages. Salaries and wages are again called as what? Income. So income could be earned through different ways. Okay. To identify the source of income, we have called the income in different types. We have called the income in different types. Okay. Right. So I told you that from where, what are the various forms of income. So I mean to say you here that on any of that, on profits, etc., income tax will be levied. Income tax will be levied. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of net taxable income? Because these words are there in our, okay, this budget. Net taxable income means, suppose anyone who earns more than 3 lakh rupees, government will tax 10%. Government will tax 10%. That is the norm. That is what government said. But in this 3 lakhs, some part of the money I am using for education for of my children. Some part of the money I am paying pension. So government said anyone who are doing expenditures in this area, in pension, in education, okay, in insurance, etc. Anyone who is doing any expenditures in this area, how much expenditures are done in this area, that will not be taxed. That will not be taxed. Let's suppose in 3 lakhs, 50,000 rupees is going for this. 50,000 rupees is going for this. Okay. Then what is left with me? 2,50,000, right? Out of 3 lakhs, 50,000 I am spending on this. So how much I am left with? 2,50,000. This is my net income to be taxed. This is my net income to be taxed. This is my gross income. So total income is my gross income. On my gross income, what is the tax? 10%. But government has exempted some amount of my income from taxation. Okay, in categories like pension, education, insurance. So government said, if you are spending in any of these, you submit the receipts, we will exempt you from this tax. So instead of taxing me 3 lakhs, 10% on 3 lakhs, government will tax 10% on 2.50, on 2,50,000. This is called as net. Means after exemptions and after deductions, from your incomes, the categories like this, the exempted categories, the deducted categories, after removing all of these income, whatever is left, that will be taxed. Whatever is left, that will be taxed. Please remember this. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of tax rebate? What is the meaning of tax rebate? Tax rebate is nothing but, okay, if an individual pays excess amount than its income tax, that is called as tax rebate. So I'll tell you very practical example for it. Okay, so I get my salary. Okay, as such I don't get my salary. We get payments. We get what? Payments. So I am not issued any contract. Okay, I am not issued any employment contract. So my income tax will not be deducted. My tax on my income will not be deducted according to Income Tax Act of 1961. Okay, means generally if you are a IT employee, whatever your salary you are getting, so the Wipro, TCS, they will cut your salary, they will cut income tax and they will credit. No, yes, this will not happen here. This will not happen here because I am appointed here on a contract basis. Like a project is there, I have to teach for UPSC, something like that. I have come, I am teaching here, I'll go to some other institute, like that. So there is no proper, right? I don't have a proper salary, right? Okay. So how can this institute know that how much I am earning? That institute know how much I am earning. Nobody knows about my income at all. So here you can understand that if I come in the tax slab or not, who knows? Okay, these people maybe are not, they whatever they are giving will not cross 3 lakhs. Whatever they are giving to me, that will not cross 3 lakhs. So nobody knows that how much actually I am earning. So what is the other way around to tax me? So it is a liability given to the organization itself that they have to do TDS, tax deduction at source. It means here in T1 is the source of my income. So in this T1 I will be paid. So tax should be deducted where the payment is made. That's why whatever the payments I will get from any of the institute, they will deduct my tax. Okay, 10% or 14%, they will deduct and give me. Okay, and they will tell me that we have paid your tax. to the government. Okay, in all the year, if I did not cross 5 lakhs, I can ask all the tax whatever they have paid. No, I can ask the government to give me back. Why? Because I have not, these institutes have deducted my tax. Okay, tax from my amount they have deducted and they said that they paid to you, but I have not crossed 5 lakh rupees. So I will not come under what? Taxable income. I will not come under taxable income. So whatever they have given to you, give me that back. So government will give me that back. That is called as what? Tax rebate. Understood, my dear students? Important. All these are very, very important concepts. Another one, we are having a surcharge. Surcharge is very simple. It is a super rich tax. Okay, if you are earning more than 50 lakhs or more than 1 crore, so whatever the tax is there, you have to pay more tax. Okay, than anybody else. If you fall under 50 lakhs or 1 crore, you have to pay some more tax. The exact figures I will give you, but for the explanation purpose I am saying you. What is the super rich tax? The tax which is levied on the person on the basis of what? If they are earning huge amounts. These people who are earning more than 50 lakhs or 1 crore, they have to pay normal tax and an extra tax which is levied, which is given here. So they are taxed 2 times. That's why it is also called as tax on tax. Tax on tax. Right. Now we will see income tax slats rate for 2022 to 2023. Okay. See, there are 2 tax regimes are there. This is a new tax regimes. Okay, which is given by BJP government, and this is what? Older one. Old tax regime. This old tax regime. This is a new tax regime. This is Congress government. This is BJP government. So in Congress government, now the question here is, an individual can follow this taxation system also, an individual can follow this taxation system also. You can follow either this, no issue. The only difference is when you are following this taxation system, okay, you can take exemptions and deduction benefits. You can take exemptions and deduction benefits. But if you are following this taxation system, you should not take without any deduction and exemptions. Like if you are spending on pension, if you are spending on education, okay, whatever you are spending, you should not take any exemptions, deduction. Exactly this amount you have to pay this much. Exactly this amount you have to pay this much. Either you follow this or you follow this one. If you are following this, you can take benefits. If you are not following this, you will not take benefits of this. And both of them are actually coming equal. Okay, remember this point. There is no problem here. Here and there is no problem here. Right. So up to 2.5 lakhs, nil. In old system, nil. New system is also nil. Okay. 2 lakh to 2 lakh 50,000 to 5 lakhs. Here it is 5%. Here it is also 5%. So no problem at all. Means up to 5 lakhs if I am earning, neither I will be taxed in the old regime, nor I will be taxed in what? New regime. Remember this point here. Very, very, very important points I am discussing to you. Don't lose your concentration. Be focused. Okay. From 5 lakhs to 7.5 lakhs or from 7.5 lakhs to 10 lakhs. In old regime, if anybody is earning more than 5 lakhs and up to 10 lakhs, more than 5 up to 10, he will be taxed 20%. But he can take the exemption deduction, no? So he can reduce his total tax liability. Reduce his total tax liability. Okay. In the new system, if you are earning from 5 to 7.5, 10% you have to pay. 7.5 to 10 lakhs, you have to pay 15%. You have to pay 15%. Basically, here you will not take any exemptions and deductions directly. Means here it is a very simple one. The new one is very simple one. Why? Because you don't have to have a CA. You don't need an accountant. You don't need a CA person. Okay. You don't need to show what education papers. You don't need to show fees paper. You don't need to show insurance policy. You don't need to show pension. You don't need to show any loans, etc. Just what is your salary, that much you pay. That much you pay without any exemptions. Okay, so here that's why it is lesser here. Why it is more here? Because you will take exemptions and deduction. No, that's why it is more here. That's why here it is more. So 5% of exemption and deduction you take here, if at all, it will come to 15 only. It will also again come to what? 15 only at the end. At the end. But this is less paperwork, less cumbersome process, less complex. This is more complex, more cumbersome process. That is the reason only. Okay, and from 10 to 10 lakhs above, anybody who earns 10 lakhs above, 3 lakhs he has to pay, like 30% he has to pay. 3 lakhs. Here, 10 to 12.5, 20%, 12 to 15 lakhs, 25%, and above 15 lakhs and above 30%. 15 lakhs and above 30%. Remember this point. This is a very beautiful data I have given to you. Please don't neglect any of it. Okay, make sure that you are doing it. You can take the screenshot of it also. That's why I just moved away. Now, income tax relief is given to cooperative societies. Okay, where the surcharge has been reduced from 12% to 7%. Very, very nice step, because more cooperatives will come, more stability in the standard of living will come, okay, and more pooling of resources will come, and everyone will develop. Up to 10 crores. Up to 10 crores. Okay, means if any cooperative societies are there which are having the 10 crore rupees of business like that, turnover like that, so they don't have to pay 12%, they have to pay only 7% now to give a push to what? Cooperatives. Taxpayers can now file an updated return within 2 years. Okay, 2 years. Assessment year is the year which you are going to pay. So I will pay income tax. I will pay income tax. This year income tax like 2021 to 2022, like March 31st, 2021 to 2022 financial year will be over. By March 31st, okay, last year in 2021 April 1st, 2021 April 1st to 2022 March 31st, this 12 months, how much I have earned, government will give me a date. Government will give me a date. Okay, the government will say by June everyone should file IT. By June and everyone should file IT, like that government will give. So what I will do, I will generally send my PAN card number to my CA. I will send my all the account, how much I have earned, I will send to my CA. And my CA will ask me, sir, did you have any pension policy? Did you have any insurance? So he will ask me everything. Okay, and he will file. He will see the new regime or old regime, whatever he do, which is good for me. He will take care of that. If I am losing more money in old, he will shift to new. If I am using new money, he will shift to what? Old. So basically, he will do that all assessment, and what he will do? He will say that, sir, this much you have to pay the income tax. So last year, 2020 to 21 to 22 financial year, how much I have earned, I will file by June. Then from April 1, 2022, a new year will start, right or wrong. So how much I have earned and how much I have filed IT returns, projected how much I will earn in the next year. Like 2021 to 2022, I am already paid. Okay, 2022 to 2023, how much possibility of my earning is there, that also he will calculate. My CA will calculate and say that, suppose I am earning here 5.2. So my CA may say that, okay, 5.8 maybe he will earn in what? In this year. So this, if the income tax is filed for the next year, okay, income tax is assessed for the next year, that is called as what? Assessment year. That is called as what? Assessment year. Okay. Taxpayers can now file a updated return within 2 years from the relevant assessment year. Relevant assessment year. Income tax from virtual digital assets like cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, okay, will come under tax net. If any of you have invested in cryptocurrency, if you are making profits, then you are liable to pay to the government. Right. So digital currencies, if you are making any profits, you will be taxed as what? 30%. Without any deduction. No deductions are there. Without any, directly 1 lakh profit you have done, 30,000 you have to send to the government. Except cost of acquisition, means cost of buying. Okay, you will also invest, no? 1,000 rupees I invested. Okay, 1,000 rupees I made profit. So this is your cost of acquisition of Bitcoin. Bitcoin you bought at 1,000, but Bitcoin became 2,000. So 1,000 is your, in this 2,000, 1,000 you put your money for the purchase purpose. 1,000 is left. 1,000 is your profit. On this, government will tax 30%. Nothing but 300 rupees government will tax. Okay. Cost of acquisition except, and here there won't be any deductions. No other deduction. Directly you have to pay. Directly you have to pay. Okay. Both center and state government employees, tax deduction limit to be increased from 10% to 14% to help the social security beneficiaries of the state government employees, and bring them at par with the central government employees. Okay, very, very, very nice. Okay, tax deduction means out of 1,000 rupees, suppose my father is working in a state government, my father is working as a state government employee, out of 1,000 rupees of his salary, before 10% he can deduct, means deductions, exemptions, he can show up to 10%, nothing but up to 100 rupees, he can show that I have bought education, I have bought policy, etc. Now he can show 14%, up to 14%, means up to 140 rupees he will be showing, he can show what? He can show tax deductions. Tax means tax banne mein se deduct karna hai. Okay, you have to deduct, okay, money from your taxable income. Okay, it is increased to what? 10 to 14%. Now, every state government employee can show that up to 14% of their income they can show that they can deduct. They can deduct in policies, insurance, etc. so and so forth. Capital expenditure outlay being stepped up. Stepped up means increased. And this budget is also called as capital budget because lot of money is given for the construction of what? Capital assets, nothing but infrastructure. So 35.4% from, it was 35.4%, which comes to 5.4 lakh crore in the current year. Current year means 2021 to 2022. 5.54 lakh crore government gave for this year. Okay, but 2022 to 2023 government give how much? 7.5, means increased. 5.54 lakh increased to 7.54 lakh. Outlay will be equal to 2.9% of GDP. Very, very important. Capital expenditure is dash percentage of GDP. Capital expenditure is 2.9% of GDP. How much capital expenditure has been proposed in the current budget? 7.50 lakh crore. How much capital expenditure was proposed in the last budget? 5.4 lakh. What is the percentage increase? 35.4% increase happened. 35.4% increase happened in the capital expenditure from the previous year to this current future, the upcoming financial year. Important scheme, my dear student, production linked subsidy scheme. Okay, this is also there in the budget, so we should also first of all know what is the scheme is all about. What is scheme is all about. Suppose I am a manufacturing company A. I produce 100 cameras I have produced. Government launched this scheme and said that production linked subsidy means the more you produce, okay, more subsidy you will get, nothing but you will get more incentive. Nothing but you will get more incentive. Okay. So government said that, okay, you are producing 100 now. If you produce 120, I will give 5% subsidy. If you produce 140, I will give 10% subsidy. Like that, government said that the more incremental sale means 100 above 120, 120 above 20, no, again like that. So incremental sale. Okay, incremental sale. Remember this point here. Fine. Nothing but the more you produce, the more domestic consumption would be met, the more demand of the domestic country would be met, and if you produce more also, more exports you can do. More exports you can do. And also, more production will lead to what? More employment also. More production will lead to more employment. I have a Xerox machine. The Xerox machine can photocopy per day, okay, 5,000 papers it can photocopy. 5,000 papers it can photocopy. But I want to do 10,000. I want to produce 10,000. One Xerox machine will not be sufficient. One more Xerox machine I have to take. On one Xerox machine, I have put to Mr. X. Mr. X is working from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Day duty is there. In this one day, Mr. X is able to photocopy 5,000 pages. Okay, but I want 10,000 because if I do 10,000, government will give you money. Government will give me money if I do 10,000. So if I want to do photocopying 10,000, then I have to buy another machine. If I want to run this machine, then X cannot come here. If X come here, then who will produce here? Right, automatically it will be 5,000 only. That's why I will hire another one. Why? So the more production I go, the more employment I will have. The more production I go, the more employment I will have. So that is the main important reason of what? Production linked subsidy scheme. Government wanted to what? Increase employment, but that is not happening. Okay, production linked subsidy schemes are not running to the expectation what the government is doing. But anyhow, some sectors have done the good performance. So that is not a very thing. Okay, production linked subsidy, okay, for the employment purpose. Okay, and also capital assets are also created. Okay, and the domestic demand could be satisfied very easily, and even excess production could be sold to the other countries, and we can get foreign exchange, and our rupee can appreciate. Rupee will be strengthened. Launch in March 2020. Okay. So March 2022 this scheme was launched. Okay, why? I told you already, to boost domestic manufacturing and bring down the import bills. If we are producing more, we will satisfy the demand of the country by ourselves. No. Why we will import from other countries when we are having more production? No. So to reduce the import bills. The central government in March this year also introduced a scheme that aims to give companies incentives on incremental sales from products manufactured in domestic units. Okay, March 2020. Okay, incremental sales. The more you produce, the more you will tax. You will be given subsidy, not tax. Okay, and this scheme is given for both any company in our country, whether it is Indian owned or foreign owned. This is applicable to everyone. So foreign companies can also take the benefit of this scheme. In the budget, Nirmala Madam has told that production linked incentive scheme, subsidy is considered as incentive, both are same. Production linked incentive scheme is now extended to 14 sectors. Okay, budget Madam has pronounced 14 sectors. This production linked incentives scheme will be extended. What is the meaning of investment? Investment means you are actually putting money in a business, right or wrong? Yes. You are actually putting money in a business, that is called as investment. So when you put your money in the business, do you own the ownership or not? You will get the ownership or not? Yes. Okay. If the total business is set up by you, then you say that, okay, 100% I am the owner. Suppose 50% of this business money is given by your friend, 50% of this business money is given by you. Okay, then you say that I am 50% shareholder. My share in this particular business is what? 50%. Okay, this is actually called as investment. Then disinvestment means I am taking my investment back. Means the 50% ownership I am having, no, I am giving this ownership to my friend, and when I give this ownership to my friend, he will pay me back. So what is happening? Disinvestment means I am taking my money back. When I am taking my money back, it means I am also losing my ownership or not? Yes, I am also losing my ownership. I am also losing my shareholding in that. Okay, so I think you understood what is the difference between this investment and disinvestment. And government is also having lot of central public sector enterprises are there. Lot of government companies are there which are not performing well, which are not able to do profits. So that is the reason government is trying for what? Government is looking for disinvestments, so that they want to take out the ownership and they want to get the money. Okay, just like recently Air India, which is a government company, it is sold to Tata. So that Air India is actually government company or not? Who was the owner of that company? Government. Now government, what they have done? They have disinvested, taken their investment back from the Air India, and Tata sold to Tata, and Tata people gave the money. Right or wrong? Like that many other central public sector enterprises, nothing but government companies are there in the central government. Government is looking to sell out as many as they can, which are not performing well. That is called as disinvestment. And whenever an asset, whenever your car, whenever your bike, whenever your camera, whenever your house, if all of them, if you sell and get converted into cash, if all of them, if you sell to somebody else and get converted into cash, it is called as what? Liquidation. It is called as what? Liquidation. Means you are turning an asset into cash. Right. Now let us go with the definition. Disinvestment. Disinvestment means sale or liquidation of assets by the government. Usually central government also does and state government also does. Okay. Of their fixed assets. Of their fixed assets means nothing but companies, land, properties, like that. But what is the reason for going for disinvestment? Government undertake disinvestment to reduce the fiscal burden on the exchequer. Whenever there is a gap is there, whenever, like a very common thing here, very common thing, suppose I need money, I will sell my bike. I need money, I will sell my car. In the same way, if the government requires some money, if the government is having more expenditures and the revenues are coming less because of pandemic and other factors affecting that tax revenues, then government will look to sell these and sell their assets and get the money. Okay, fine. So to reduce their fiscal burden, okay, nothing but revenues are like 3 times less than expenditure. Let us take this example. Government want to reduce this. That's why government will sell the assets and government want to make at least 2 times less. That is what it is. To raise money for meeting specific needs. And if the government has got all of a sudden expenditures are there, just like pandemic, COVID pandemic happened. It's a very sporadic, very dynamic and very long-lasting chronic disaster that we have faced. So at that particular sudden breakout is there and government should have money at that point of time or not? Yes. So in order to cater to that specific needs also, government can raise money with the help of what? Disinvestment of their assets. Bridge the revenue shortfall from the other sources. Bridge the revenue shortfall. See, COVID pandemic happened. Because of COVID pandemic, tourism sector, okay, travel sector, okay, and entertainment sector, all of this still not able to generate revenues. Why? Because these are all what? Contact services. You come in contact only, then only you will get service. Means you have to shake hand, okay, you have to be with them, you have to sit beside with that particular person, right? Okay, so these sectors have not generated revenue to the government. Okay, when this kind of problem happen, when some sectors are not performing also, government does have to generate some revenue. So that's why they also take the route of what? Disinvestment. So one is to reduce fiscal burden. Second one is to meet specific needs. Third one is whenever they did not get enough revenues from some sectors. This could be the 3 reasons. Okay, right. So let us go ahead. So this is Nirmala madam. Okay, that is fine. This is with regard to productive link subsidy scheme. Now we will see here new public sector enterprise policy. New public sector enterprise policy. The strategic transfer, very very important. Strategic transfer means complete transfer, means government does not want to operate it, government does not want to control that particular asset, that particular company. Government completely want to sell that particular company, like more than 50% government want to sell it, and if at all government interested can keep with them 20 or 30% like that, but majority shares government want to give it to some other company. That kind of transfer is called as strategic transfer. Another transfer is also there, my dear student, that is called as token disinvestment. We call it as what? Token disinvestment. Here government will not give 50%, government will give 10%. Okay, first of all government will sell 10% of ownership, then 10 to 20% shareholding, like that. That is called as token. Whenever you come across the word strategic, it means that government is interested to sell more than 50% of its stake to a private person. Means government want to lose the ownership and get done with it. Okay. Now, fine. The strategic transfer of Air India has completed, madam has announced, means completely we have given to Air India. Air India has been given to Tata. We are not interested now. Wherever the Air India goes, we are not interested, like that, madam told. Then, strategic partner. Another important private player has been selected, it seems. Okay, who is going to buy what? Neelachal Ispat Nigam Limited. Another important central public sector enterprise. This is also going to be sold in near future. Okay, public issue of LIC is expected shortly, and others too are in the process for 2022-2023. Public issue means LIC shares also being sold, will be sold in the coming future. This is all about this investment. Okay, let us also see some important objectives. What could be the objectives of the investment? Okay, majorly we have already seen few. Reducing the fiscal burden we have seen. Improving the public finances. Whenever the government is having any shortage, the government will cover the shortage of revenues with the help of disinvestment. Encouraging private ownership, going towards capitalization. Funding growth and development programs, because government is having less money. So it is important that the growth and the development programs should continue. Maintaining and promoting competition also in the market. Okay, see, Air India is unable to, and obviously another objective is that private firms, okay, private firms manages the asset more better than government. That is also one of the notion. So when Air India is there and BSNL is also there, they are not able to compete with what? Their counterparts. Okay, the other companies. Okay, they are not able to compete. It means they don't have that much of skills. They don't have that much of expertise in that particular area. That's why they are unable to properly design the products, so and so forth. Okay, that is also one of the reason that we wanted to give it to private player, so that they will bring a complete change in that particular organizational setup. Okay, and also they will compete with what? The other competitors. With the help of that, what happened? Consumer will get benefited. Will get more choices to opt for, right? Yes. Now, transportation related, transportation budget. This is a new topic. Transportation. What is there for transportation in the budget 2022 to 2023? Okay, the government of India want to give a push to Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti program. What is this? It is a national master plan for the infrastructure development. It is a national master plan for the infrastructure development. PM Gati Shakti. The finance minister is said that it is a transformative approach. With the help of PM Gati Shakti, okay, it will totally transform the way the economy growing and also bring what? Sustainable development. Very important objectives, please mark in your book. PM Gati Shakti program is going to what? Going to increase, going to improve our economic growth and also help us for sustainable development. This PM Gati Shakti program is having what? 7 engines. This is going to be in your examination for sure. 7 engines. Which one of the following are important engines or the pillars of PM Gati Shakti program? Like that they may ask you in the examination. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then A, 1, 2, B, 2, 3, C, 1, 2, 3, like that they will ask. Logistic infrastructure. This is the first one. Logistic infrastructure is nothing but supply chain. All over the India, the supply chain means goods moving from one place to another place should reach nook and corner of our country. That is called as logistic infrastructure. Under this PM Gati Shakti program, logistic infrastructure is given importance. Roads will be built. Railways connectivity will be increased. Airports will be built wherever, even in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, wherever we require. Port development is also there. Mass transport like metro rail, okay, metro rail, tubes, flyovers, okay, mass transport which takes lot of people at a time, and waterways. So you can see that it is completely master plan for infrastructure development. Means Gati Shakti means, Gati means what? Speed. Okay, speedy things should happen everywhere in all the 7 engines. Okay, so basically you can see that if this completely gets built up in future, so we will see definitely a proper improved economic growth, a increase in the economic growth. So please remember these 7 engines, important for the examination. So in the budget, the Nirmala madam has announced PM Gati Shakti master plan will build for expressways also. Expressways is nothing but in Hyderabad we are also having, okay, PV Narasimha Rao expressway is there. Okay, from the Mahidipatnam to direct airport, 12 kilometer flyover is there. 12 kilometer or 11 kilometer flyover is there. Okay, so exactly I don't know, but some says 11 or 12, I have never measured it. Okay, but you know that it is in the center of the city it is built. It starts from the center of the city and ends directly to the near to the airport. Near to the airport means below that flyover, this how much traffic is there you cannot even imagine. If you go just by road, if you go by the city road itself, then it will take almost like 2 hours to reach there. But with the help of this expressway, we are going to reach the airport in 20 minutes only. In the 20 minutes only. That too we are on the expressways, there won't be any traffic at all. It's like very soothing also. It will be very having aesthetic value also. Okay, so this kind of expressways will also be built under the PM Gati Shakti, like that Nirmala madam has told. For what purpose? This is not for the passenger purpose. This is for what? Movement of, okay, goods are also there and passengers are also there. Passengers and goods, both are also there. Okay, to facilitate faster movement or transportation of people and goods. The national highway network will be expanded by 25,000 kilometers in 2022 to 2023 and 20,000 crores are allocated. For national highways, how much crores has been allocated? 20,000 crores has been allocated. Right. National Ropeways Development Program. Okay, also called as what? Parvatmala. National Ropeways Development Program, also called as Parvatmala. Parvat, you can understand, it is a mountain. Mala means nothing but, okay, in this particular program, if this is a hill, this is a hill area. So here to here, you might have seen the movies that they will go for tourism and here they will be sitting like this, no? Okay, and they will move from here, slowly they will reach here, right? This is called as rope. What is this? Rope, okay, ways between what? Hilly areas. So one hilly areas to another hilly areas, government is giving a push for the ropeways development program. Ropeways development program. This is called as ropeway. Okay, this is nothing but if 3, 4, like here also is there, here also one hill is there, here also one hill is there, here also one is there. This will be connected like this, this will be connected like this. All the ropes will be connected in this way. This will be connected like this, this will be connected like this. So you will see like a mala, no? That's why it is called as Parvatmala. Okay, that's why it is called as Parvatmala. Fine. It is ecologically sustainable also, right or wrong? Yes. If the same thing is being developed in the hilly areas, in the northeastern, in the hilly areas are generally, hilly areas are very biodiverse areas. Okay, species rich areas, hilly areas are. Okay, generally have forests, etc. All a proper ecosystem will be there near the hilly areas. Okay, so if you go and dig the land and if you try to level it, then if you put dammer, if you put cement on it, if you put a roller on it, okay, if you start construction of roads there, it will be ecologically harmful also. Okay, but this ropeway project will make what things ecologically sustainable and not at all harmful. Okay, that is another important benefit. And in that road, you can understand that on that road, okay, then the vehicles will run, then petrol and diesel, okay, then CO2 emissions, okay, then there the air pollution levels, everything will get what also get very increasing day by day like that. So with the help of this ropeways, there is no chance people can use petrol, diesel, etc. Right? Yeah. So ecologically sustainable alternative. Ecologically sustainable alternative to conventional roads. National Ropeway Development Program will be taken up on PPP mode. Very important. Only government money will not be there. Government will find some contractors. The contractors and the government together will continue this particular project. Okay. Aim to improve connectivity and convenience for commuters beside promoting tourism also. Very important. It is connectivity is one point. Okay. Convenience is another point, and tourism. Three important objectives are given for this particular project. This project will also cover congested urban areas. Here they have told only hilly areas, but they have also said that this project will also be extended to what? Congested urban areas. The urban areas which are very congested, which are having what? Okay. Which are devoid of where conventional mass transit system is not possible. Well, metros are not possible, Delhi subways are not possible. So the areas is very congested. The areas is very congested, but still you are not able to make a way to go for what metro construction or subway construction like that. You cannot do that. It's not technically feasible also. Okay, in that particular urban areas, in that particular congested urban areas, this particular ropeway development will be a added advantage. Okay. Contracts for 8 ropeway projects for a length of 60 km will be awarded soon. Okay, for in 2022 to 2023. Okay, 8 routes, 8 ropeway projects means 8 routes like that. 8 routes project will be awarded. Those tenders has been asked to come. Government receiving the contractors tenders. Once the government selects this, they can put this according to the standard safety etc. measures. Okay. Now let us see what is there in geography and agriculture with regard to budget. What is there in geography and agriculture with regard to budget? Okay. First of all, interlinking of rivers. This was there in the budget speech of the Nirmala madam. Okay. The idea of interlinking rivers was first mooted by Chief Engineer of Madras Presidency, Sir Arthur Cotton. Very important. He was the first person to give the idea that we have to link Indian rivers with each other. Why? Because there are some areas, there are some rivers, especially in the northern India, you are having all perennial rivers. 365 days the rivers will flow. But there are some areas here, Mahanadi, etc. Here, the river is not 365 days flowing. It is a rain-fed river. When the rain is there, then only the river will flow. Okay, here excess is there, here deficit is there. If we link one project with another project, one river with another river, what will happen? The excess water, whatever is there in these rivers, could be used by those rivers which are having what? Deficit. So Sir Arthur Cotton in the year 1919 only, he realized that we should interlink the rivers. 1919 also a very important political development also in our country. Montague-Chelmsford reforms, 1990 Act also been initiated. Okay. Then K.L. Rao in 1960 also proposed that we have to link Ganga and Kaveri. Directly he has given a link to what? Ganga and Kaveri should be linked. Like that he said. Okay. Ganga and Kaveri. Fine. The National Water Development Agency was established by the former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi ji in 1982 to look after this project. In 2002, the Supreme Court asked the government to finalize a plan for interlinking by 2003 and execute it by 2016. Okay, so Supreme Court also said that no, we have to go for interlinking also. That's very good. In 2014, the Ken Betwa River linking project get cabinet approval. And it was also there in this project was also approved only. It was actually given the final nod in the year 2021. 2021 December only it was given the final nod. Okay, right. Fine. So interlinking of rivers history I have told you. Then in the budget this was there, my dear students. Budget, this is a part of budget. Detailed project reports to be given for 5 river links. Okay, has been finalized by the government of India. It is said in the budget itself. Okay, Daman, Ganga, Pinjal, Par, Tapi, Narmada, Godavari, Krishna, Krishna, Pennar, Pennar, Kaveri. Okay, detailed project reports has been finalized, means how to link it, etc. Everything has been finalized. Okay. See, you can see here another very important point I am going to tell you. Okay. Number of proposed links, 30. Peninsular component, here how many will be linked? 16. Himalayan component, here how many will be linked? 14. Okay. Then in total links, how many we have proposed? 30. 30 links we have proposed. And this 3 per Tapi, you can see here, this is a river. Okay, per Tapi Narmada. So you can see that red one here, per will be linked to Tapi will be linked to Narmada. Okay, then you can see here Betwa is there, here Ken is there. So Betwa and Ken will be linked here. Okay. Daman, Ganga, Pinbal link in Maharashtra and Gujarat. It is in Maharashtra and Gujarat. Here you will find. Okay. Here you will find. Somewhere here. This is the Gujarat anyhow. So somewhere here you will find the third one. Okay. So please make sure that these diagrams are important for you to remember it. Right. So I think you got this. So 3 important rivers has to be linked here. Okay. So here you see Par, Tapi, Narmada. This is Par. This is Tapi, this is Narmada. The red color you are seeing, no, this, like this. Okay, so we are going to link this. Then another one is Ken Betwa. It is very easy to see also, to understand also. Ken Betwa will be linked. Also see that after Narmada, Tapi will come north to south direction. If you are seeing Narmada, Tapi, Par will be in the north to side. Okay, west to east you will see Betwa will come first, Ken will come later. Okay, now here you see here, Daman, Pinjal, you can see here you are having Daman Pinjal link in Maharashtra and Gujarat here. This is the Daman Pinjal. This is this part, and this is, okay, this part. Got my point here, right? So 3 are shown properly in this particular graph, right? So you are done, we are done with this. Now let us see a proper understanding of this particular interlinking river project. Okay, so India proposed inter-basin water transfer link. It is also called as what? In the mains examination they will ask you, India proposed inter-basin. Inter-basin means Godavari to Krishna, this basin to Krishna, Narmada to Tapi, one basin to another basin. Inter-basin means one river to another river. Inter-basin, what we are doing? Water transfer links. So these you see Himalayan component, how many are there? 14 are there. These you see peninsular component, how many are there? Here 15 here written. So completely we are having 30. So here we are having 14, means here we will have 16. Here we will have what? 16. Fine. Peninsular component 16, Himalayan component 14. Fine. So this chart you have to remember. You can see here. This is what? See 13th one, Farakka Sundarbans. 13th one, Farakka Sundarbans. So here we are going to link. Okay. Then you see here Ken Betwa. Properly it is given. Ken Betwa. Ken Betwa is going to be linked. Then you can see here you are having third one. Third one is you are having, this is Gangtok and this is Ganga. Ganga and Gangtok will be linked. Again you see here Par, Tapi and Narmada. Again Par, Tapi and Narmada you are having. Fine. Then you see here this is Godavari. Okay, and we are having Krishna. Okay, Godavari Krishna link. Godavari and Krishna link. Again Godavari and Krishna link here also. Fine. Now you see here Krishna and you are having Pennar. This is Pennar river. This is what? Pennar. This is Pennar river. So Krishna Pennar link. Understood? So you can go through one by one. You can pick up one particular, okay, Yamuna, Rajasthan, etc. Rajasthan, Sabarmati, etc. You can pick up like that and you can just find out by yourself also. So let us see some important GK regarding this, regarding our South India. Okay, important for the examination point of view. The Krishna River originates in Mahabaleshwar in Maharashtra. The states which receives the water from this Krishna River, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. 4 states are there. Then Kaveri, it originates in Kodagu. Kodagu is a place in Karnataka. And Karnataka and Tamil Nadu will only get benefit of what? Kaveri. Then Penna we are having, it originates at Chikkaballapura, again in Karnataka. Okay, the waters of this will be received by Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. Penna River. Then Godavari, Nasik, it will originate Maharashtra. So Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Chhattisgarh and Orissa will also get benefit of this particular Godavari waters. Godavari waters. Fine. So geography related we are having this much. This was there in the news. Now again, this is again a part of what Vande Bharat trains. It's a part of transportation only. Okay, PM Gati Shakti was there no before. Okay, this one. Okay. Fine. Let us now discuss about Vande Bharat trains. This project is also called as Train 18 project. What it is also called as Train 18 project. You can see this is what Vande Bharat trains looks like. High speed trains. Okay, just like in foreign countries how they will be, no, it is just like that. Vande Bharat trains is an indigenously designed. Indigenous design means Indian researchers, Indian scientists, Indian engineers, they do something, no, they invent something, then they will do some discovery, then we call indigenously. Indigenous means it is our own, it is our brainchild, like that. Okay, means brainchild means it came out of the brain. Vande Bharat train, it is an indigenously designed. Our engineers only design and our engineers only manufactured it. Okay, our companies only manufactured it. It is a semi-high speed self-propelled train. You don't need a driver. Self-propelled train. It will go by itself. Just you don't need a driver in the sense that a person will be there who will be just sitting, okay, and seeing that everything is going well or not. That's what his job is. But he will not do all of this stuff. Okay, self-propelled train. It can achieve a maximum of 160 km per hour speed, reducing journey time by 25% to 45%. Very, very important. Okay, this trains are faster. Our journey time, if I want to go in 1 hour, I will reach in 45 minutes. 25% of my time will be reduced. Okay, Vande Bharat Expresses are operational. One between New Delhi and Varanasi and other between New Delhi and Katra. 2 are there. Now this is important. Union budget for 2022 to 2023 proposes the development and manufacture of 400 new Vande Bharat trains in the next 3 years. This is the budget news. Okay, so I have given you the static information and I have also given you the budget information also. Okay, the education budget and education sector and all the schemes in the education sector. Okay, each and everything we are going to discuss in this particular lecture, a full-fledged lecture on education budget. Okay, so first of all, let us see the announcement that was made by the Finance Minister Nirmala Madam with regard to education sector. Okay, right. So, 1 class, 1 TV channel means first class, the TV channel will be for the first class only, will telecast the lessons of first class only. 4th class, 1 TV channel dedicated to what? 4th class. All the programs which are run in that particular channel will belong to only 4th class, right? So in this particular budget, okay, Nirmala Madam has literally felt very, very concerned about the school education. Because of pandemic, you know that because of pandemic, the one who has lost the most of the school education and skill development is the children's. So we, as the parents, as the guardians, we were very much scared to send our children to the school. Okay, and they are the ones who have lost a lot in this education sector. And moreover, the problem has been aggravated also. Because poor people does not have that much of 4G, 3G, internet. Okay, that internet connection is also not there in the rural areas. We don't have the towers are not there. Okay, IT infrastructure is not there. So poor people and poor children anyhow got disadvantaged because of what? Pandemic. That's why TV anyhow is there as far as today. As far as today in the modern times, every poor person also, every poor household also have got a TV. So why not to have Why not to have one channel for one particular class, so that the students could continuously change? And if in a household I am studying 5th class, somebody is in the 6th class, so 5th class channel I will open, I will see my lectures, and 6th class my sister may see the 6th class channel, and that is how we can improve our quality of education. And there won't be any disruption, my dear students, when it is telecasted on TV. But when you're using Zoom, when you're using some other communication channel or teaching channel, you can see that there will be disruptions also. But TV channels will not have disruption. So quality education, seamless transfer of information from the teacher, from the programs to the students can be easily secured. Right? One class, one TV channel program, which is going to be launched under PM E-Vidya. Remember one point, this is the program launched during pandemic. This is the program which was launched during pandemic, and from this particular program only digital education has been given to the poor households, to the rural areas. Remember this point. Okay. So one class, one TV channel program of PM E-Vidya will be expanded from 12 to 200 TV channels. How many TV channels? 12 to 200 TV channels will be there. Right. Okay. So with the help of this particular one class, one TV channels, the states like Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, like that, all the states can provide supplementary education in their regional languages from classes 1 to 12th. So we can also telecast in Telugu also. Okay, for Telugu medium students. Okay, for Urdu medium students. Okay, anyhow English is anyhow there. So one class, one channel, if it is there, all this is possible. Okay, we can do many things here. A digital university will be set up to provide world-class quality universal education. Okay, digital university will be set up, means you will not have Usmania University, you will not have Jawaharlal Nehru University, you will have a university on the computer itself. So whatever you want to do, you can easily get from that particular university. You can get the courses, you can get the resources, you can get the study material, you can clarify your doubts, each and everything. Demo lectures will be there, everything will be there in the digital university. Okay, so world-class digital university will be created. World-class in the sense is the best in the world will be robbed in, and the best infrastructure will be set up, okay, with regard to this digital university. Okay, and the particular channels could also be available in different Indian languages and ICT formats. Okay, different Indian languages, the channels could be provided, and ICT means you can operate from laptop, you can operate from TV, you can operate from tablet, you can operate from mobile phone. So different ICT formats, information communication. Okay, so the information which is telecasted from the TV, you can also you can get it communicated not only in your TV but also in the laptop, etc. So this is again a very good thing. Again a very good thing. These are the latest announcements in the education. Okay. Let us see something with regard to PM E-Vidya. What is it? It was launched for the purpose of multi-mode access to digital and online education. Multi-mode means from tablet you can access, from mobile phone you can access, okay, from PC you can access, okay, and also from the TV. Okay, launch from multi-mode. Multi-mode means from any mode you can access what? Digital or online education. Under the PM E-Vidya program, there will be 12 DTH, okay, direct to household. 12 DTH channels will be introduced, with one each dedicated to class 1 to 12th. So this was actually the program. Okay, 1 to 12. This was launched during pandemic, and in the budget announcement, this 12 increased to how many channels? 200 channels. When it was launched in PM E-Vidya, how much it was? Only 12 channels were there. But in the latest budget, 200 channels it will be expanded. Okay. The main objective of PM E-Vidya program is to provide education to the students through digital platform, so that education of students should not suffer due to lockdown. The main, because as I have told you that this program was launched during pandemic. Okay, so the government intention was, let us give the digital education to the poor people so that they should not be disadvantaged. The main objective is to impart continuous education to the poor children and the poor households. Under this PM E-Vidya, there is another program is there which is called as Diksha. Which is called as what? Diksha. What it is? In Diksha, it is a portal. There is a QR code will be there. QR code will be there. If you just scan that QR code with the help of your camera also. Okay, what will happen? The notes you will get downloaded. Means study material you can download. Okay, so anyhow, lockdown was there, the students cannot go out, but the parents can download the QR code. From that QR code, parents can download the study material and can teach the children also. So it's a very good initiative. Diksha is a QR code downloading study material related platform. Okay, fine. Now, if you see the education budget increased by 11.82%. Means from the last year to this year, it has increased. Last year maybe 100 crores. This year will be 111 crores. 111 crores. Okay, like that you understand. So education budget increased from last year to this year up to 11.82%. In a normal numerical value, you can say that 1,04,278 crores. How much has been allocated in this budget? Education budget allocation 1,04,278 crores. Okay, previous year how much it was? Okay, from the previous year it was this budget is 11,000 more. 11,000 more means 11,054 you deduct from this, then it will become our previous year education budget. Okay, 11,000 more, total budget is this much, increase in percentages is this much. So any value could be asked in the examination. They may ask you directly that, okay, the education budget has been increased by how much crores? 10,000 crores, 11,000, like that they will ask you. Or they will ask you that the total budget allocation for the education sector is how much? 1 lakh crores, 2 lakh crores or 1.5 lakh crores. They can also ask you that what is the percentage of budget allocation increased over the previous year, right? So please remember this. Then one of the major important scheme, the best and the biggest scheme with regard to education which is running in our country is Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. What is it? Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, also called as National Education Mission, NEM. National Education Mission. For this scheme, government has allocated 37,383 this is 0.36 crores. 37,383 crores were given for Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. Okay, let us now see this one. Now, you can see Department of School Education and Literacy. School means our till 10th class. Okay, Department of School and Education, they have got how much budget allocation? 63,000 allocation. Okay, and under this scheme, the amount of money that will be spent on only scheme, out of 51 lakh crores approximately will be spent on scheme allocation. Okay, for scheme school infrastructure, for school benches, boards, chalk piece like that. Okay, for non-scheme allocation, 12,000 crores will be spent. 12,000 crore will be spent. Please remember this. School education, 63,000 crores were given. Okay, Department of Higher Education, junior college, degree college like that. For the Department of Higher Education, 40,000 crores has been allocated. 40,000 crores has been allocated. In this 40,000 crores, 7,000 will be going for what? Scheme related component and non-scheme related component, 33,000 crores. Why? Because you know that junior college and degree college, you will have labs will be there. You need more infrastructure, more bigger what space you want, right? And all many stationery and many equipments you have to buy. Okay, for the higher colleges. Okay, that's why the non-scheme allocation component is more, scheme allocation component is less. Okay, this is a new concept, exemplar schools. The concept of exemplar schools was first introduced in the budget 2021 by Nirmala Madam, Nirmala Sitaraman. Madam has given this concept, exemplar school. Okay, so what is this total concept? The total concept is to make some schools which will set as an example for other schools. Okay, make some schools too good that this school will serve as example of other schools and other schools should follow whatever these schools are there. That are called as what? Exemplar schools. Has proposed that 15,000 schools will be converted into exemplar schools with quality education. Quality education. Remember this point. And for this particular scheme, Okay, to convert the existing school into high quality schools. Okay, 15,000 schools should be converted in that way. How much allocation is given? 1800 crores are given. 1800 crores are given. Teachers training and adult education, 127 crores are given. Teacher training, 127 crores are given. Padhna Likhna Abhiyan, it is another adult education scheme. Okay, adult education means, adult means those who are in the age group of 18 to 59 years, who have not gone to schools at all ever. Okay, and they are illiterate, and they are still what? Illiterate. They are not educated. Like 30 years housewife or 40 years man. Okay, if he wants to study, basic literacy is nothing but reading, writing, okay, and speaking at least one language. Literacy means what? Reading, writing and speaking at least one language. Whether it is Telugu, whether it is Hindi, whether it is English, that does not make any difference. But you should know one language and all the three things. Then it means you are literate. If anyone wanted to be a part of, like they wanted to learn some education, okay, like 30 years or 35 years or 40 years or 45 years, for that particular individuals, this Padhna Likhna Abhiyan was launched. And for our surprising thing here is, and you can also say the very shocking thing here is, there is no allocation for this scheme. Allocation in this scheme is nil for Padhna Likhna Abhiyan. Remember this. Okay. National means come merit scholarship. If you are scoring number 1 or 90%, like that, some criteria are there. Okay, you can apply for what? Merit scholarship. Means you have scored the best. That's why you are eligible for merit scholarship. Okay, 350 crore rupees were allocated. National scheme for incentive to girls. Okay, this is a scholarship incentive scheme for girl children from scheduled tribe and scheduled areas. Scholarship incentive scheme. Scheduled tribe for scheduled areas, girls only. How much is allocated? Nil. Not given any money. Kendra Vidyalayas has got 7,650 crores, and the allocation to the Kendra Vidyalayas is continuously increasing from the last 3 years. Means 5,000, 6,000, it became 7,000. Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti, 4,115 crores. Again, it is also slowly increasing. Government is spending more, like 50 crores, 70 crores more they are spending. Okay. PM not 50, 60, 1,000 or 500. Okay. 5,000, 6,000, like that continuously, 1,000 gap, 1,500 gap, it is increasing. PM Poshan. PM Poshan is a new scheme name for the midday meal scheme. For a midday meal scheme, every Anganwadi school gives what? Free of meal in the midday, in the lunch period. Okay, so that's midday meal scheme is now replaced by PM Poshan, and this scheme has got the allocation of 10,233 crores. 10,233 crores. Another scheme we are having, STARS. Strengthening teaching, learning and results for states. Strengthening teaching, learning, okay, and results for states. This new project that includes a World Bank loan, okay, this is the new project which is funded by the World Bank also, to enhance the capability of 6 states which are very, very important. Himachal Pradesh, Kerala, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Odisha. So you can see that you are having Maharashtra is a very good state and Kerala is a very good state. Okay, all other states are what? Bimaru states, means very, very states which are having low indicators of education, low indicators of what? Health, okay, low indicators of industrialization, so and so forth. Okay, to enhance the capabilities of this, okay, teaching and learning and resulting. Teaching means teachers will teach. Learning means student will learn. And ultimately with this, what is the outcome? What is the outcome? Our students are able to get the education properly. Have they become skilled or not? Have they become skilled? Are they able to solve the problems? Are they able to read the comprehension passages properly or not? That is called as what? Teaching, learning and result for the state. So this particular scheme is launched on a pilot basis. Means only in the 6th state it is launched. No, that's why it is called as what? Pilot basis. Okay. As per the World Bank statement, STARS will help improve learning assessment systems. Okay. Strengthen classroom instructions, means new rules to be given to the students and new way of learning to be given to the students. And if any problems are there, remediation will also be there. Okay. To facilitate school to work transition, means whatever they learn in the schools, okay, in future that school learning should translate into work related activities. Okay, that kind of skills to be given to the students. Okay. Budget allocation for the star scheme is 550 crores. Star scheme is what? 550 crores. Okay. For skill development purpose, to impart this skill, those who are not educated but they want to work, they are able to work, they are adults like you and me, but they don't have any skills. Okay, and they cannot work in the construction sector by just holding what head loaders or rickshaw pullers. They cannot work like that. They want some skills so that they also get into BPO. They also can be a carpenter. They want to be a electrician. So like that. Okay, AC repair mechanic. So they wanted to learn, but they don't have any education. Okay, so this particular scheme will generally concentrate or focus on their skill development activities so that they will get employment. Okay, in the market. The Skill Hub initiative of Ministry of Education and Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship will be launched in 5,000 skill centers during the next year, means in this 2023. Okay, IITs will start courses on skilling. Okay, IITs, you know that after 10th class, either you can go for intermediate education and our government will give you another choice. You can get into what? Institute of Industrial Training Institute. Industrial Training Institute, nothing but how to open the tire. Okay, you know that ITIs, okay, mechanic, okay, all that electrician, okay, borewell related, all that skills will be given. So after 10th class, either you go for higher education or you go for what? Vocational training. We call it as what? Vocational training, means job oriented training. Okay, so IITs will start courses on skilling. The digital ecosystem for skilling and livelihood, called as what? Desh. Very, very important. Desh, digital ecosystem for skilling and livelihood. Skilling for what purpose? To earn something. Okay, why you want to be a part of electrician course of 6 months? Because you want to get employed in what? You want to get employed in electrician industry. Okay, you wanted to be repairing what? Bore wells, repairing what? Household related, any kind of fuse is out like that. So you wanted to get employed. So you wanted to put yourself as an electrician in urban clap, in app, right? So you want to, so why skilling? For livelihood. Okay, digital ecosystem is nothing but okay, you will get skilling from the what? Digital also, from the laptop also. Okay, the courses will also be there in the laptop. You can sit in home and also you can study about it. That is called as digital education, skilling and employment. Desh, livelihood. Okay, e-portal will be launched for the skilling, upskilling and reskilling. Okay, skilling means the person who has no skill at all, he does not know what to do. He just not literate, has no skills. He don't know how to drive the bike, he don't know how to drive the car, he don't know how to fix the electric wires, he don't know how to clean the air, how to repair the AC, he don't know anything. He has no skills at all. For them, skill will be given. Then next one, upskilling. Those who are having skill, let us increase their skills. Someone who know electric works very well. Okay, so he can, if any fuse is out, that he can do it very well. But he does not know how to repair micro oven. He does not know how to repair a fridge. But he know this wiring related step. So he is skilled, but he does not know that skill. So we have to give that skills to them. Okay, so he can put on urban clap that I am an electrician who can repair this household related, any fuse bust is there, I can repair micro oven, I can repair a fridge related, means he will employability, he will get more money or not? Yes. So whatever the skills are there, we have to upskill them. Reskilling means those who have lost the skill, those who have not doing it, okay, but they know about some knowledge about it, so reskilling them. Okay, of the youth obviously. 750 virtual labs will be created in science and mathematics. 750 virtual labs means students can directly study from what? Computer. 75 skilling e-labs will be created for the simulated learning. Simulated learning is nothing but, okay, just like you go to Maruti driving school. Okay, so Maruti driving school, you go to there and you join that. So they will give you a car inside the showroom only, and you will feel like as it is like moving properly, like moving as the road. Any speed breaker comes, okay, you have to slow down and you have to go. You will be there in the showroom only, you will not go out. But you will experience as you are in the road itself. As you are on the road and traffic itself, you will experience that way. That is called as simulation. Simulation is nothing but what is happening in reality. You are having that artificially you have created and you are learning from it. So 75 skilling e-labs will be created for simulated learning environments. Okay. The skilling sector is to be reoriented to promote continuous skilling avenues, sustainability and employability. That is the main objective of the government with regard to the education sector. National Skill Qualification Framework. Okay, what skills to be imparted to the students, to the youth, so that they will get employed in industry. What are the industry needs are there? What are the industry needs are there? Those who are manufacturing micro oven, those who are manufacturing fridges, those who are manufacturing borewells, those who are manufacturing cameras, what kind of skills they want from the students? Okay, what should qualify as a skill to be imparted to the students? A proper framework will be made. National skill qualification framework, a proper framework, which skills should be given, will qualify, which will meet the industry needs. So government should go for the industries, government should ask, government should do the survey, and in the survey the entrepreneurs will tell, like, I am a router, like a Wi-Fi router manufacturer. Okay, so they may come. So what kind of students you are looking? Sir, we will do a lot of recruitments are not happening. We want lot of people, but they are not having skills. They don't know what is the transistor. They don't even know what is the motherboard. Okay, skills are not there. So it's very difficult. We are having lot. Like this they will tell. So that kind of skills have to be given to the students. So they will, youth should be, unemployed youth should be given so that they will get employment. Okay. Now here it is a very important chart here. Very, very important chart. Okay. Education allocation, budget allocation is what percentage of GDP? Okay. So National Education Policy 2020 says that, okay, India should invest 6% of GDP on education. 6% of GDP on education. India has said. Okay. Now very important topic. What percentage of budget is allocated with respect to GDP? It has always been a debate. So National Education Policy 2020, launched in the year 2020, it says that India should invest around 6% of their GDP for education purpose. With that, what happened? The the unskilled people, when they get skill, and the children, when they get quality education, they will become future prospectors and they will lead the country in the future in a very better way. Okay, so, and they can match to the international standards of other countries also. So it is important for India to invest 6% of the GDP. That is what National Education Policy is mandated. But education budget 2022, nowhere near 6% of GDP. Nowhere near 6% of GDP. And you can see that 2019 to 20, the GDP, the education budget to GDP is 2.8%. Very, very less. 2020 to 2021, 3.1%. And 2021 to 2022, 3.1%. 3.1%. Very, very, very less. Very, very, very less. When we get the budget estimates, no, when this financial year, then we will also get for 2022. So you can also say that estimation. So whatever the facts and figures we have at this point of time, we are expecting that again in 2022 to 2023 also we will miss the target by a huge margin. We will not have this 6% of GDP for sure. It will be around 3.2 or 3.3 like that they have projected. Okay, the actual data should come, but proper predictions happen. Our budget, whatever is allocated, like 1 lakh crore is allocated for education, no? It is nowhere near to what? Nowhere near to 6%. Now we'll see what is there for science and technology in the budget 2022. Okay, that is what we have to learn today. First of all, let us see the allocation. Nirmala madam has announced that she has allocated 14,217 crore rupees for the science and technological development. Science is nothing but to know what is there in the nature and their impact and influences on living and non-living beings. That is called as science. Okay, so if you see that sunlight is coming, okay, from the sun to the earth, and because of this, because sunlight is non-living, and because of this, what will be the temperature on the earth, and because of the temperature, what will be its impact on the agriculture. Okay, and if it impacts on the agriculture, how it impacts the human beings, right? Then the evaporation phenomena on the oceans, then leading to precipitation. Science is knowing things, what is happening around us, just know about it. That is called as science. If you just throw a ball upside and it comes down to you back, why is it so? What makes it to come back? Why it's not just escaping itself and completely going away? Then you know that it is some kind of pulling force is there. Pulling force is that is exhibited by our these land surfaces. That we call it as gravitational force, right? Yes. So knowing things around us, why rainbow happens? What could be the reason that rainbow we see? And if we find a metal if we started excavating, and if we started mining, and somehow we find a metal like that, and after taking that metal we are trying to hammer it, okay, it breaks. No, it does not break, it just stretches. Okay, it only stretches. Will it sound or not? Yes, it sounds. Okay, sonorous. It is how it is, like is it dissolved in water, or is dissolved in alcohol, or it does not dissolve itself? Will it float? Will it submerge? Will it hang or suspend in the water itself? So what is the properties of it? That is called as science. Technology is nothing but using the information that we have got through science for the betterment of mankind. For the betterment of mankind. That is called as technology. Okay, fine. For the science and technology, 14,217 crores has been allocated by Nirmala ma'am, and this is not increased. Last year little more budget was given for science and technological development, but this year it has decreased by 3.9%. Rupees 6,000 crore for Department of Science and Technology, 2,581 crores for the Department of Biotechnology, 5,636 crore for the Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, very famous institution, you should learn about it. And two new projects has been announced. One is Gaganyaan mission, manned space mission. Manned, we are going into space. Manned space mission, 10,000 crores. Another one is Samudrayaan. Again, this is also the manned mission only. Samudrayaan is also the manned mission only. Remember this point. Okay. This is a mission where the Indians will go into a vehicle with a submersible. Submersible means will go inside, will stay there itself, and do some exploration. What is there in the deep sea? Deep sea means inside of the ocean. Very down to the ocean. It's called as deep sea, not shallow sea, not middle sea, deep sea. We try to go and we try to explore about it. That is called as deep sea mission. So Gaganyaan 10,000 crores has been allocated. For Samudrayaan mission, 6,000 crores has been allocated. Okay, then in the science and technology we also have 5G. 5G is the 5th generation mobile network. Okay, if you know 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, what is the difference between 3G and 4G that you will see? 3G will be slow, 4G will be fast. 3G will download slow, 4G will download fast. 3G will upload slow, 4G will upload fast. 3G, the calls can drop. Okay, when you're calling on WhatsApp, not that great. 4G, the call, etc., communication will be perfect. You can understand that when you go from one generation to another generation, you will see what? More quality in every aspect. More quality in every aspect. I mean, data transmission, I'm talking to you from here to there for 3G connection, WhatsApp call I'm doing to you. Okay, so my communication with you, information with you is passing very abruptly. But for 4G, you are doing very, very good. Right or wrong? So data transmission will be apt, efficient, quality, there won't be any drop at all. Okay, so as we move from one generation to another generation, you will see increase in the quality of all the parameters. It is a new global wireless standard after 1G, 2G, etc., so and so forth. 5G enables a various kind of network that is designed to connect virtually everything. It's camera. I will just, while speaking to you, I may just say that, okay, off the board, it will off. I'll just say that I just want to go out, so just put on the geyser. Okay, I can tell in my mobile, put on the geyser. The data will transmit to the geyser. Geyser will have a button. That button will switch off. Switch on actually. And when I'm going back, it will switch off also. I can put a timer. So virtually on everything. Okay. Wireless communication. Communication means my communication with the materials. Wireless, without any wire. So that tasks and activities have to be done. Okay, at ease. Okay, so 5G will altogether open a new arena where you will find lots of communication between us and between the materials with the help of what? Any wire. Without the help of what? Any wire. Okay, so budget 2022, 5G spectrum auction to be conducted. Very, very nice. Let us see who is going to buy this one. Airtel, Jio, who is going to buy this 5G and which SIMs will be launched. 5G SIMs will come from the which network, we will see it. The auction will be done in 2022 for rollout of 5G telecoms services by private players. Okay, so we are going to get 5G in 2023. Obviously in 2024 we'll get it. So those who want to buy mobile phones, please don't buy it, because you will get the 5G SIMs also. You can get the 5G version mobile also. Okay, so you can see Alexa. This is nothing but connecting us with the materials, us with the objects, And communication. Alexa, on the music, it will on. So my communication without any wire is going towards. Okay, that is called as 5G will make these things very easy. Right. Now, social welfare or social sector budget. Social welfare and social sector budget. What is there? Let us see. With regard to housing, Nirmala Madam has announced the completion of 80 lakh homes under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. 80 lakh homes. Allocation of 48,000 crores were given for this particular scheme both in urban and rural area together. 80 lakh homes are to be come up by 2023. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, it is launched at the backdrop of the slogan given by the NDA government that is housing for all by 2022. Under this slogan, under this motto, this particular scheme was launched in the year 2015. Interest subsidy scheme means if you take loan under this Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, if a normal bank charges you 9%, because if you take the loan from this scheme, 50 lakh rupees of loan if you have taken from Axis Bank or SBI Bank, okay, they will charge 9%. If you take the loan under this Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana for the building of your house, then 9% will not be there, 6%. So the gap, 3% gap, this is the subsidy given by the government. It means government want everyone to have their home. Government want everyone to have their home. Okay, right. Now, that is all about housing. What is there for health? What is there for health? Please see here. Okay. So, Government of India wanted to open 23 tele-mental health centers. Very, very important. Mentally disabled children are there to make them to help them through at least by telephonic conversation, telephonic assistance or video audio assistance like that. 23 mental health centers will be launched in our country. Okay, National Tele-Mental Health Program. Transforming access to mental health care nationwide. Means whoever suffer from any mental disorder, whoever father is suffering from dementia, whoever father or mother is suffering from schizophrenia, so they can just call to this particular people and take the assistance from that. Because some people will feel it as a taboo, okay, not feel so good in the society to tell about their parents. Okay, generally why I am saying parents means why? Because these particular diseases are generally seen in the older ages. Dementia, like forgetting habit, Gajini types. Okay, schizophrenia, another form of it. Okay, so you can understand that people are not so convenient, okay, to take your parents to that particular places. So at least with the help of telephonic conversation, we can say, sir, this is what is happening with my mother or sister or father or so what could be done? So like that. 24/7 means anytime you call, they will help you out. So this is a sustainable development growth target comes under 342. 3,4,2. It helps to connect various mental health centers, services, wellness centers, etc. Ayushman Bharat, many are there. Okay, the initiative will be aligned with Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. It will work parallelly along with Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. Okay. National Tele-Mental Health Program will ensure access quality call will be there. They will not advise you just like that. Quality, standardized and free 24/7 mental health services to all. It will play a very crucial role in bridging a major gap in access to mental health care. So normal health care, if you are having any fever, if you are having any disease, if you are having any cough, if you are having any cold, n number of hospitals are there, n number of clinics are there. But anybody is suffering from a mental health disorder, okay, taking them. So just find in the Google, it will show you it is very, very far. There is a lot of gap is there. That these kind of clinics and hospitals are 100 means the mental health centers are not even 1 and 2 in a particular area also, in a particular city also, not even 1 and 2 you will find it. So there is a lot of bridges there between that hospitals and these hospitals, and lot of people nowadays are having this because of the nuclear families, because of the living alone, okay, because of the living alone issues with regard to their job changing of the places. Okay, they are living alone. Okay, people are suffering. The high class people, the students, their sons are going away from the homes. Okay, living in boardings, etc. So they are suffering from this kind of mental disorders. Right, in order to cater to that, it is very important that because of the lifestyle, because of the various reasons, okay, mental disorders is steadily rising. That's why we have to be proactive. As a government, we have to be proactive and should take measures in order to solve these problems. If it gets very bigger, we should already have the infrastructure in place. That's why we have launched this National Mental Health Program. Okay, right. Now you see, National Mental Health Program, this all we have already seen. Okay, it is also called as NIMHANS. Now, same thing but in a very better manner I have written. Environment. What is there for the environment budget? Let us see. Solar energy domestic manufacturing for ambitious goal of 280 gigawatt of installed solar power capacity by 2030. Government of India said that our domestic manufacturing, our domestic manufacturing is nothing but manufacturing of these kind of panels that can trap what solar energy, can run our electricity in our home. So government want to generate 280 gigawatt of domestic manufacturing of solar energy by 2030. By 2030 is why it's also important, because we have to also complete our Glasgow Summit pledges. And also our contribution to the global warming and climate change could be ensured if this project goes out very well. Okay, solar energy is a very clean energy. If we are increasing solar energy, actually indirectly we are decreasing the fossil fuel consumption like petrol and diesel. Okay, EV battery swapping policy. So one of the major aspects, listen to me very carefully, focus on me. One of the very important object here. See, government wanted to decrease global warming. Government has given a lot of pledges to international community that we will not use the fossil fuels much. We'll try to transform our economy. We will try to transfer our economic activities, our normal activities, transportation activities. We will go towards renewable or environment friendly methods. Now, you might be seeing in your day-to-day life also, a lot of people are buying electric vehicles, electric cars, electric two-wheelers are very common now. Ola, okay, they are giving us, right? Ola and Uber, they are asking us to book also, and you will get on EMI directly. On EMI, you are getting two-wheeler also, right? Now the problem with EV, electronic vehicle, is where should I get it recharged? This is the question or not? Just like if I am out of petrol, I'll go to the petrol pump and get my petrol filled and I'll continue my activities. What if I'm going on a bike and I wanted to, my battery is little bit less and I wanted to charge it. So where should I stand for hours and hours? Is it possible? Not possible, right? So, and charging facilities to be creating, nobody is interested. Private players are saying that, okay, this will not work. Charging facilities. Okay, you put your EV battery. Okay, electrovoltaic battery you put there, and battery you put, okay, it will charge, you stay, and just like you are like that particular person will charge you something like 200 or 300 for charging like that. 200 or 300 for charging like that. Okay, so it may run for 2-3 days, again you have to charge again. So it's very difficult that in the city you have, along with petrol pumps, this kind of charging points to put. It's very difficult. And private players are not interested to invest in that also. Government said that, okay, this is a very big hurdle. Let us have a EV swapping policy. My battery is completely drained. I go to the particular place, okay, just like a petrol pump. Sir, take this, give me the new one. Give me the other one, which is charged. So this is called as EV swapping, the battery swapping. I give my battery, they'll give me the full charged battery to me. This is called as EV swapping policy. Okay. Sharp rise in the electric two-wheeler manufacturers is there in our country. Increasing EV adoption because of education, etc. People want to buy electric things. India's EV infrastructure is in near future is very, very bad. Urban areas are very congested. You cannot have charging points everywhere. Okay, because it requires space. So better is that you go for what? EV swapping. You go for EV swapping. Right. Now let us see the agricultural budget 2022 to 2023. What we have. Okay, and what Nirmala madam has given to us, given to the farmers especially, okay, in 2022 to 2023 budget. Basically, the government of India is interested to promote natural farming. Natural farming, in another way, you can also call it as organic farming. As you all know that what is the meaning of organic farming. The farming, the agriculture activity, if you are doing, okay, with the help of organic fertilizers. Okay, remember this point here again, fertilizer does not mean, okay, chemical fertilizer. Fertilizers are nothing but that can enhance the nutritional value or that can supply the nutrients to the plant. That is called as fertilizers. In fertilizers is a generic term. Fertilizer is a generic term. Within it, you are having chemical fertilizers, you are having organism like organic fertilizers. right? So chemical fertilizers, the government of India is not interested to promote, and government of India is interested to promote what? Organic farming, means the farming that is done with the help of what? Organic fertilizers, or you can say non-chemical fertilizers, or you can say by adding the fertilizers to the plants, okay, with the help of remains of plants and animals, compost, manure, so and so forth, right? So that is called as organic farming. Okay, so they have mentioned in this way chemical free. Nowadays in urban Hyderabad, in majorly urban areas, in the cosmopolitan and the metropolis cities, these organic products has been in high in demand. Like people like you and me who are living in Hyderabad, we generally go for what? Farm fresh, okay, organo market, like that. Okay, nothing but we are here trying to change our lifestyle from a chemical to a chemical free product consumption. So natural farming, organic farming will be promoted across the country, as government has told, with a focus on agricultural land. Especially near river Ganga. It is also very important, my dear students, because you know that Ganga is very much contaminated, has lots of chemicals, and we are also running a scheme called as Clean Ganga Mission. Okay, Clean Ganga Mission, but you know that mission has been launched since decades, but it is not, we are not able to get through the this mission, okay, 100%, right? So one of the another reason is this Ganga, wherever it flows, okay, the states, whatever it flows, that states are having what? Perennial rivers. Okay, emerging from what? Himalayan mountains, Himalayan ranges. So these rivers are perennial, means it flows throughout the year, and that particular region, especially I am talking about this region, here is our Ganga, and lot of rivers are there which are originating from Himalayan ranges. So this area is generally having what? A continuous supply of river water. That's why here agriculture is very intense, and agriculture is very predominant. Even in Punjab, why it is so, means you know that all the 5 Panchnad of Indus, Ravi, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, Satluj, all of these also flows in what? Punjab and Haryana, like that. So that is the reason when you are having continuous source of river, agriculture would become your main occupation. That's a very common thing. And when you are doing agriculture, okay, if you are using more and more chemical fertilizers, that chemicals will go and mix into the rivers or not? Yes. That particular, okay, chemicals will move into the rivers or not? Yes. And especially Ganga, as it flows through many states, the agriculture which is done around the Ganga, basically predominantly chemical dominant agriculture. Because of that, what is happening? The contamination of river Ganga is happening. Okay, so government has given special push, at least in the river Ganga region, river Ganga basin, the agriculture should be promoted in a healthy way, in a organic farming way. That is the main objective of this particular provision, right? So the second point in the agriculture budget, we are having the procurement for the wheat. Government has given wheat and paddy 2.37 lakh crores. Okay, for the procurement of wheat means taking wheat from the farmers. Government is procuring, government is buying. Okay, the procurement of wheat in Rabi 2021 to 2022 and estimated procurement of paddy in Kharif 2021 to 2022 will add 2.37 lakh crore in a direct payment of minimum support price to the farmers. So how much MSPs are being allocated or direct payment being done by the government to the farmers is 2.37 lakh crores. Please remember that value. Okay, that much is going into what? Minimum support price. Minimum support price, if I have to tell you what is it, minimum support price is the price the farmers will get guaranteed, the farmers will get the guaranteed price on their produce as declared by the government. Government will say, okay, 1 ton, 1 bag of rice, 1300 rupees. 2 bag of rice, 2600 rupees. Like that, government will fix the prices of various crops. Okay, limited crops only, 24 crops are there in that. Okay, 20 or 22 or 24, it could be any of that, but government fixes, okay, minimum support. Means government says to the farmer that you grow the crop, we will give you minimum support. This minimum support is nothing but will give you minimum money to your produce. Minimum money to your produce, and this money will be decided on the basis of their cost of production and the basis of their profits also. Okay, minimum does not mean that they will give lesser amount. Minimum here means what? Okay, which is remunerative to the farmers, which is profitable to the farmers. So that much of amount will be guaranteed by the government to the farmers, and government will buy on that particular price. And this price is fixed by a expert commission called as CACP. CACP, Commission for Agriculture Cost and Prices. This CACP will see that in that particular year what is the how much is the rainfall in that particular year, what is the cost of production. They will do all that expert analysis with regard to if a farmer want to cultivate on 1 acre of land, how much money he has to invest, so basing on the rainfall criteria, basing on the fertility criteria, basing on that underground water, etc., so and so forth, okay, and basing on the various labor costs, etc., the CACP, this commission will fix the prices and give to the government. Sir, this is the price, okay, you can declare under minimum support to the farmers. So they will tell to the farmer, they will tell the government will give to the farmers. This is what about it. Okay. Then use of Kisan drones, we have seen already. Kisan drones are nothing but unmanned. Drones are what? Unmanned vehicle. Nobody will sit in it, and they are aerial vehicles. They don't walk on the land surface. Okay, they don't climb also, they fly. Those are called as what? Drones. And they are remotely controlled, just like in our homes you are having like niece and nephew, they play with the toys, right? They play with the aeroplanes. In the same way, the drones are remotely controlled. Okay, and these drones can able to give us vast applications in the agriculture field. With the help of drones, you can spray fertilizers. With the help of drones, you can irrigate your land. With the help of drones, you can manage the temperature and fertility conditions of your soil, so on and so forth. So many are there. And most important aspect of drone is, see, if I want to irrigate 10 acres of my land, it is impossible for me. I cannot do by myself, and I have to hire some laborers to do that. The same thing with the fertilizers also. The same thing with the pesticides also. I have to hire the laborers and I have to do this application of these pesticides or fertilizers in my 10 acres of land. But if I buy a drone, which is like not that costly also, if I buy a drone of like 40,000 or 50,000, okay, I can eliminate the labor cost. I don't want any labor. With the help of that remote, I can properly do the application of fertilizers, pesticides. So my money will be saved, my time will be saved, and if I do by myself, okay, I have to go through all the 10 acres, and in the scorching sun, it is very hard. It will be a lot of sweat and lot of hard work will be there. But with the help of drone, it's very easy. So my hardships will be decreased. Got it? Yes. Fine. Now we are having, so how much budget is allocated? 4.4% for the year. Budget is allocated 2022-2023. No mention of Union government's ambition plan to double the farm incomes. Okay, Government of India, the present India government has promised that we are going to double the farm incomes by 2022. But as you know that 2022, we are in a 2022 only, and that particular objective has not been completed. So they have not mentioned at all. You can say that they have failed in doing that particular objective. Okay, then another scheme has got 400 crores were given in the last budget, but this budget 2022 to 2023 budget, okay, only 1 crore is given. Okay, what is that? Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aya Sanrakshan Abhiyan. Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aya Sanrakshan Abhiyan. This scheme has got only 1 crore. Before it was given what? 400 crores. Fine. What is this scheme? This scheme was launched in the year 2018. This scheme has having 3 important objectives, my dear students. One is, with the help of this scheme, government want to increase the agriculture productivity. Means 1 acre 10 tons. 1 acre 20 tons. Means in the same area, more production. This is called as agriculture productivity. So the 3 components of this particular scheme is, government will help the farmers to how to increase their productivity. Okay, how to reduce their cost of cultivation. Okay, that will help to boost and secure the farmer's income, and farmer's income will enhance. Okay, for that purpose this scheme was launched. And in this particular scheme, you are having 3 other components called as price support scheme. Okay, farmer is there. Farmer has got chili production, but chili production got bumper, and in the market the chili prices became very, very less. Okay, with these prices, if farmer is selling, farmer cannot cover his cost of production. Farmer cannot cover the cost of production. In this particular scenario, government will help them with the help of this scheme. With the help of this scheme. Another important arrangement with regard to farmer and their production prices is price deficiency payment scheme. Price deficiency payment scheme. So market price of rice is market price of rice, 1 kg rice is 45 rupees. Market price is 45 rupees, 1 kg of rice. But farmer cost of production of the same 1 kg is 55 rupees. Okay, but market, the people are buying for 45 only, otherwise no takers are there. But the cost of production of farmer for the same 1 kg of rice is 55. So what is the gap? 10 rupees gap is there. The 10 rupees will be paid from this particular scheme to the farmers. Okay, price deficiency payment scheme. Price deficiency payment scheme. And the third one is pilot project on private procurement and stockist stream. And stockist stream, it is especially for oil seeds. Okay, you know that India imports oil. Being an agrarian economy, being an agriculture dependent economy, okay, India is not self-sufficient in the production of what? Oil seeds. With oil seeds are nothing but the coconut oil, sunflower oil, and also in the pulses also we are deficient. Pulses also we are deficient, but this particular scheme is mainly catering to what? Oil seeds. We are importing oil from other countries. Okay, so government has launched this scheme. I am a private player. In order to ensure continuous supply in the market, government what has done is see the private players. Government say that private players, okay, you can procure from other countries and keep the stock with you. When there is a price rise is there, you please release the stock. So we will give you the amount like that. So in order to maintain the inflation with regard to this oil seeds, this particular scheme was launched. Right. Then we are having Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. February 2016 it was launched. Okay. So how much crore were given? 15,005 crore were given under this scheme in this latest budget. What is this scheme? This scheme is a crop insurance scheme. Okay. This scheme is a crop insurance scheme. So if suppose you are a farmer and you have cultivated the crops on your 10 acres, but what happened? Cyclone came and destructed your total crops. In that scenario, who will compensate? Who will compensate? So this scheme will be compensated. This scheme will compensate. Okay, it will be compensated with this particular scheme. So like that, many aspects are there by which our crops can get damaged. So whether it is pre-sowing, okay, or post-harvest. Pre-sowing or post-harvest. Suppose a agricultural land is there. There a flood happened. Okay, and total land area of that particular village has been inundated with water. Okay, this much 2 feet of water is there in the land area of all agricultural land area of the farmers in the village. So how can they cultivate? They cannot cultivate. Even before sowing also this scheme will be applicable. After sowing and after the germination of crops, after the production of crops also, if anything happens to the crops, then also this scheme will be applicable. Okay, so a insurance scheme for the farmers, okay, to secure them livelihood, This scheme will run on area approach basis. It will be properly assessed according to the area. It's a voluntary scheme, my dear students. If you want it, if the farmer is willing to be a part of this scheme, they can be a part of this scheme. If he is not interested, he can opt out of this particular scheme. It's not mandatory. Like that, insurance in our country, is it mandatory to have insurance for all of us? We are taking or we are not taking. In the same way, pension, are we taking? We are taking or we are not taking. So voluntary basis, this scheme will also run. Okay. Next one is Kisan Rath app. During the pandemic, what happened? You know that there was a large problem with regard to logistic. Logistic, nothing but supply and movement of what? Goods and goods, agricultural goods from one location to another location across the country. There was a lot of problem was there. So government of India, in order to ensure the continuous supply of these food grains, okay, across the country, okay, during the pandemic period, has launched Kisan Rath app. Here, Kisan Rath app, it's an app. It's just an app, just like a Amazon, Swiggy app. In that Swiggy app, you will see different restaurants. No, in the Kisan Rath app also, you will see different transportation private players will be there. Okay, Shujat sir also will be mentioned here. You are also mentioned here. Everyone will be mentioned here. Okay, we will give support. We will give support of logistics. If any farmer want to go from Telangana to Maharashtra, so he can take my service. Okay, I will go to his farm gate. I'll go to his home, a bag or agricultural land. I will collect all his produce and I will transfer it. So it is a privately run. Okay, Kisan Rath app. Kisan Rath app. I remember this point here. Okay. So it was launched by Department of Agriculture Cooperation and Farmers Welfare. And Farmers Welfare, the concept I have already told you. This is the app. It looks like this. It looks like this. Okay. So developed by National Informatics Center. National Informatics Center. Okay. Provides for transporting agriculture produce using Kisan Rath app, mobile app. Fine. Then Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana. Just like we are having in Telangana Raitu Bandhu scheme, on the same lines of Raitu Bandhu scheme, the government of India has also launched Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana. It is a investment support scheme. Okay, it is a investment support scheme. A new season will come. Farmer should have some money with him, with his hand or not, to start the sowing, right? So for that purpose, this particular scheme was launched. You can see here, direct income support of 6,000 will be given per acre. 6,000 per acre will be given to the farmers, and in 3 installments, 2,000, 2,000, like that they will give. 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. 3 installments they will give. Okay, this scheme is effective from 2018. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana. This scheme will be applicable to farmers which are having area up to 2 hectares. Farmers which are having area up to 2 hectares, this particular scheme will be directed to this particular, okay, hectare, limit of hectare. Direct transfer of money into the bank accounts, common sense. Fine. Okay, this is the scheme. And how much money has been given in this particular budget? PM Kisan has got 68,000 crores. PM Kisan has got 68,000 crores in the latest budget. Apart from that, for the development of agriculture infrastructure like irrigation, dams, channels, okay, mandis, etc., government has created a separate fund called as Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. To this fund, 500 crores are allocated in the latest budget. 500 crores are allocated. Please remember this. This is for this. This is a separate one. Right. Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, a very old scheme, still running. Launched in the year 2007. The main objective of this scheme is the overall development of agriculture sector. Overall development of agriculture sector means there the farmers should be benefited, their agriculture should be benefited, their rural development should also happen, their market should also be there, connectivity should also be improved. Okay, overall development of agriculture. Productivity should also be improved. Okay, continuous soil quality should be preserved, like that. So Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, nothing but National Farmers Development Mission. Okay. The program has been restructured to include the following schemes. As I have told you that Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, it is to develop irrigation across the country. Across the country. Then Parampragat Krishi Vikas Yojana. This is related to organic farming. Sikkim is the first declared organic state of our country. Means in Sikkim, all the farmers are using what? Organic fertilizers only. Organic fertilizers only. So that's why Sikkim is called as what? Organic state. Okay. National project on soil and health fertility. As I have told you that soil conservation, preservation will also be done. Overall development of agriculture means every part will come. Rain-fed area development and climate change. Rain-fed, the area which is generally in the area in which the agriculture will happen only when rainfall, during the rainfall season. In other season rainfall is not there. The agriculture will be very much dependent on what? Artificial supply of water, nothing but dam supply of water. Nothing but dam supply of water. So how to develop such areas which are rain fed? Rain should feed the river, then only agriculture is possible. If rain does not feed the river, agriculture is not possible. Right, that is called submission on agriculture mechanization, including management of crop residue. This is also included in that. So this Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, the total budget allocation was given 10,433 crores. 433 crores. Okay, then miscellaneous, let us see. Bigger budget. The FM presented a budget of 39.4 lakh crore for this year. Okay, 2022 to 2023. And this budget mainly focus on what? Okay, infrastructure. Capital expenditure has been done for the creation of infrastructure. Government want to create more assets. Okay, more metros, more roads, more dams, more mandis, more markets, more transportation, more railway tracks. That is like bigger long-term expenditure government is interested. Fiscal deficit target, very, very important. So for the current financial year, 6.9. Earlier it was targeted 6.8, but it has reached to 6.9. Means whatever we targeted 6.8, it is more than that. So Fiscal deficit target we have not met, so we failed in that. For the next fiscal year, means 2022 to 2023, we have put a target of 6.4. Okay, lesser than that. Let us see we will get or not after next year. Gross borrowings of the government was raised to 40%. Gross borrowings, 40%. 14.95 lakh crore. Okay, please remember that percentage and the amount. Atmanirbhar Bharat, under Atmanirbhar Bharat, 2000 kilometer of network will be bought under the Kavach. Okay, the indigenous world-class technology for the safety and capacity augmentation. Atmanirbhar Bharat. Okay, Kavach is nothing but you can understand that Atmanirbhar does not only concentrate on one sector. Atmanirbhar means agriculture, you have to be Atmanirbhar. Okay, and industrialization, you have to be Atmanirbhar. In service sector, you have to be Atmanirbhar. In technology development also, you have to be Atmanirbhar. So in everything, you have to be Atmanirbhar. So it's a Kavach. Under this Kavach, 2000 kilometer of network will be bought. Okay, and by using world-class technology for safety. Let us now go with e-governance. So Government of India decided to set up 75 digital banks in 75 districts. 75 districts are getting 75 digital banks, and they are established by scheduled commercial banks. Scheduled commercial banks are those banks which are mentioned in the second schedule of RBI Act of 1934. RBI Act is there. Okay, some pages is there within the act. In that act document, Schedule 1, Schedule 2, Schedule 3, just like how we are having in the Constitution. No, in the same way, the RBI Act is also divided into some schedules. If any bank name is there in the second schedule, okay, all that banks are called as scheduled banks. There are the banks which are non-scheduled, that kind of banks are not there. Either we have scheduled banks or we don't have banks itself. Okay, so if any question comes in future that, okay, this Union Bank of India is the first non-scheduled bank, there is nothing like that. Non-scheduled banks will never be there. Only scheduled banks are there. Or some other banks are there like payment banks, custodian banks. Okay, that is another matter. But the proper banks, these are proper banks. There are none. No bank is there in the non-scheduled banks. All are scheduled banks only. Okay, and Government of India, in order to make our governance, to govern us more better, Government of India is deciding to may roll out in future, we'll get our e-passport. So it is very easy for us, just like Aadhaar, we'll also get what e-passport with biometrics. Bio means a living organism, eye, okay, fingerprint, like that. Biometrics. Metrics is nothing but measurements of our biological reflective index will be there, all that. So e-passport with the biometrics will be rolled out in this year. That is what about e-governance. Thanks a lot for hearing to me. Have a nice day ahead. Good morning to all of you. I hope that you're all doing well. This is me, Sayyid Shujatullah. Today, we'll start our budget series. Okay, we are going to complete our budget details, the allocations, the very basic facts, okay, and who has presented the budget more number of times, less number of times, and the changes that we have got in the budget presentation over a period of time. So many things, very interesting facts we are going to talk in our subsequent lectures. Okay, so this particular series is very, very, very important if you are going to write any competitive examination in our country or with respect to our TSPSC or APPSC, regional or MPPSC, whatever it is. But budget is very common, it's a union budget. Okay, so will be helpful for definitely for the all upcoming examinations, right? So let us go ahead. Fine. So 2022, if I ask you one question, who has presented the budget? So everyone is maybe thinking this way, right? Sir, this is Nirmala Sitharaman Madam has presented. Yes, you are right. The budget is presented by our Women Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman. Okay, let us start discussing about the budget. Basically, I have to tell you, see, whatever we do here in the sense, whatever the government do, again, government is again of what? Executives. Okay, executives, some are elected, some are recruited, right or wrong? Executives are those people who generally who generally carries out. Executives are those people who generally carries out administration of country.